Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and I realize you have a lot of entertainment options on the table tonight, so thank you for spending some time with me. It's good to see everyone here, including Westry1. I have a question. Oh, you're going to stream... Oh, big fan. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. What a great way to start the show.
Big_fan 2019 just resubscribed for 14 months. This day in tech history, February 18th. 1946 television signals are first successfully transmitted from Washington to New York City over an AT&T coaxial cable. And you thought cable TV was invented in the 1980s.
Really makes you think, doesn't it? Shout out to Bear! Shout out to Bear. And a shout out to Astro Printer as well. Hey, Gems and Tars, good to see you. And Hollywood in 3D. I'm glad you are here, and I'm also glad you are feeling better enough to be here. Big fan, again, thank you for resubscribing. Resubscribing? I guess you resubscribe, and I assume when I'm loud, I adjusted my my compressor. So if I blew out your speakers, I'll have to adjust that again. Big fan. Thanks again for the resubscription. Westry1, we're going to stream tomorrow, setting it up. Had a nasty storm. Oh, last night. Yeah, that's a problem. Westry1, that would be awesome. I would love to host that. I would absolutely love to host that. I would. So, here we go. Shout out to SI... Oops. If I can type it in. SI 3D Printing, and shout out to Astro Printer as well. Thank you very much for being here. If you're not following either one, you should. Because when I do have time, and honestly, work has had me jammed. It has, admittedly. I mean, during the day, I get so caught up in the things that I have to get done that I'm not able to do the things that I know I would like to do. So what I'm printing right now, as I've welcomed everybody in for the most part, is... All right, that kind of worked. Let me move that Imperial Walker, though. Get that Walker out of the way. There we go. I've got the... You're going to love this. I have the actual... the thing that I'm printing... I'm sorry, the tablet that's using the camera that's pointed down, it's sitting on top of the cement block. It's precariously on the edge. Like, it is on the edge. Okay, from the edge. For real. Here, there we go. I re-arabeshed it for you. I'm going to be doing several of them here. Awesome, totally shooting message. Oh, please do, Westery One. Just ping me on Twitter. Oh, the Free Heathen! Good to see you. Shout out to the Free Heathen. I do believe the Free Heathen had his first hype train tonight. Congratulations on that. First, hopefully not the last. You keep at it. You keep supporting other people, and I'm sure it will continue to happen. The Free Heathen. So anyway, I've got my my tablet precariously on the edge because it's the only way to give you a good view of effectively what's printing. This will not work when I get the new tablet, so I'm not sure how that's going to happen. When it gets here, we'll have to readjust as well because it'll be taller, so I won't be able to get the same angle. No, don't worry about a mount. Don't worry, Free Heathen. The tablet has got it's got a kickstand, so I don't need anything else necessarily. At least not right now. If anything, if I need to, I'll just prop it up on like a box. The new one that I get, the big one, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra S8 Plus Pro Premium. Something like that. But thank you, the Free Heathen. Hey, Coreyman2000. Good to see you. Brother Bill's enjoying some Commodore games right now. Oh, Commodore 128 and C64. What was the command, Brother Bill? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was the command Go 64? That was the command, wasn't it? Go 64? I'm pretty sure it was. I remember, the funny thing is, I only used it once, and I still remember it. Hello there, Not No Good, and potentially vicariously Mrs. Not No Good. I am currently printing in the Gerpel. I'm almost done with the Gerpel, but I did get word back. Matter Hackers will be sending 3 different filament colors here over the next few weeks. I'm waiting for a few to come in stock, but here's what I'm printing tonight. Hello, Darth Gallum, and a shout out to Darth Gallum as well. Darth Gallum, hello, how you doing? All right, so here's what I'm printing tonight. The Twitch bit, as it were. The golden Twitch bit. Now I have the other bits in purple, but just a plain old purple, printed solid purple, fun. But I thought, why not do it up in the Gerpel, right? Because the purple gold. So thank you for. We don't have any cheers yet. Okay, I'm not gonna hold it up. I'll wait. All the cheers tonight get to see the Gerpel bit. Deal. It did turn out well. It's 2 pieces that I had to glue together. Now, this is what happened. I dropped the glue. I dropped the glue on the carpet. Luckily, I don't think much of it poured out. Corey Man just built a retro pie, revisiting old NES and SNES games for fun. Or so fun, yeah. I still have... Brother Bill sent me the Sonic game for the C64, and I hadn't pulled that up yet. I didn't really play Sonic, though. Oh, Brother Bill, kicking things off.
Brother,
thank you so much. Dropping glue better than dropping soap. Well, it depends on where you are. I would rather have dropped soap on the carpet than glue. So thank you for the bit. Look at that nice. Isn't that nice? So what I might do is I've glued this together. This is the first one. I'm doing another one here. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna rotate it a bit to see if I get a slightly different color. But here, I got the plain purple one too. What I can do is put them in there and say, all right, let's see if did we get the golden bit? And and then I'll pull it out, right? I'll have like one golden bit to the other 5 or something like that. I don't know. These would be nice things. I should have I sent a couple packages off to people, some Twitch streamers, and who had sent me gifts. I sent some of some stuff their direction, like Zach. Zach will be getting his surprise gift. He's gifted so many subs in this channel. This is the way. True, Brother Bill. It is a C64 Sonic, Mighty Bean, and I don't know if I've got it all staged and ready to go, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd pop it up. Maybe we can try it Sunday. Tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll be doing a Lego set, and I'm a brick streamer in the sense that I actually put Lego sets together, unlike some people who are brick streamers. They look like unfair D&D dice. They might very well be. Hang on. Alright. I need to vacuum up. It's got debris all over it. I feel the grit from the cement slab on the thing. I gotta clean it up. Hey, Tactile 3D Picture. Shout out to Tactile. Thanks again for the follow and streaming here on Twitch. Oh, look at that!
1972 just resubscribed for 4 months. May the force be with you.
Well, Zero Cool, first of all, thank you for re-upping. And second of all, thank you for re-upping with Prime Gaming. That's awesome. And third of all, I had to turn my head and cough. I am printing this tonight. Hey! I got to catch up. Friday evening is treating me very well now that we've been raided by El Taco Meat. I was able to lurk in his chat earlier this afternoon. El Taco Meat recently joined this community, and he's shown up a few times over, so I'm very happy to have him here. Thank you for the raid, everybody, from El Taco Meat's stream. I don't do as much science stuff, but I 3D print stuff. Thank you, Brother Bill, for the additional 100 bits. Tonight, I am printing these the gold-purple bits. Dropping my bits everywhere. Gotta watch out for that. Thank you, the Free Heathen. Appreciate the cheer. Science is cool. And you know what? To quote They Might Be Giants, science is real. Science is real. I don't think that's the exact tone. Thank you, Darth Gallum, for the cheer. Yeah, you had to. I'm sorry, El Taco Meat. Sometimes I do drop my bits. I don't mean to drop my bits. People drop. Here. All right. I'm going to tweet that. Time to drop bits. Here we go. Thank you for that. Time to drop bits. I'm doing several of them. All right, we're at a level 1 hype train. Thank you, Brother Bill.
100.
Popping on another 100. D. Randolph, 1976. Coming in. Hot and heavy. Big news from D. Randolph's part of the universe today. Thank you. They are good-looking bits. But you know what? There's something to be said about printed solid classic purple bits. These bits are great. I keep dropping my bits. Why do I keep dropping my bits? We're now at 667 of 670 total subs for tonight. We get to the sub goal. I walk barefoot on Lego bricks. So, yeah, not only what an entrance. And by the way, shout out to Mighty Bean. I'm sorry I missed the shout out, Mighty Bean, in the talking about C64s. And that's why David popped in, because we were talking about the Commodore 64. Yeah, it was just me playing with my bits. You didn't really miss anything. But I'll be doing the Sonic C64 game, I think, Sunday. I'll be playing Sonic C64 on Sunday for the first time ever. Sorry, so I missed the shout out. Anyway, D. Randolph, huge news today. Huge news. His house. He has a house now. I don't know where he was living before. An apartment possibly, but now he has a house. And so congratulations on that. Plus, huge news. Like, here's the thing, David. It's all downhill from here. Huge news. He is the, if I say this correctly here, licensor, the U.S. distributor for education government sales of Prusa hardware. I think that's what it is. in your office at work? Well, see, now you have two. Now you can have a home office. Thank you, Fixin' Dude, for the cheer. Very appreciated. We're now at a level 4 hype train with about 3 minutes left to go. I'll turn you over to Puppet Chris here in just a second. First, let me say, yes, I did catch the 4 new Darth Vader Funko Pop Art series today. Big fan. Thank you for that. I may not have seen it otherwise, but I caught it on Twitter. Thank you, Brother Bill. Thank you for the cheer. Keeping the Death Star spinning for a few more minutes. But now it's time for me to put on my magic flannel. Since you're asking, American Chris Hansen, I need to put on my magic flannel so that we can continue the hype train. Shall we? Huh? I'm not there. I dropped that bit intentionally. Oh, there it is. Exclusive reseller of Prussia hardware and supplies in the. I gotta go downstairs here for a second. In the USA for education, enterprise, and government customers. So I'm none of those. I'm not an education.
Brother underscore Bill cheered X100.
Thank you, Brother Bill, for the cheer. Very, very I can talk. Okay, can I try it again?
Brother underscore Bill cheered X100.
There's a leaf on my face. Thank you, Brother Bill, for another 100 bits. We're at level 4 with about 2 minutes left to go. Very appreciated. All the support. D. Randolph. Coming in again.
Randolph 19
with an additional 5.
Just gifted
so
5
that
subs.
means I've got to do at least one barefoot brick walk. At least one. Got bits exploding
Brother
out of my eye. I'd hold up a bit, but unfortunately my hands, hang on just a second, I can't really, sorry, my hand doesn't really hold on to bits. So there's at least one. Thank you, Brother Bill, for the cheer. At least we have one. We're at a level 5 with about 4.5 minutes left to go. Here I thought it was going to be a quiet night. Cramp.
Brother underscore Bill cheered X100.
Okay. Oh, tell you, you'd think it's easy to do this, but it's harder than it looks. So many things have to be coordinated. So many things. The coordination of my I'm like one of those virtual reality avatars where they don't have they don't have legs. It's just they float around in space. Thank you, Brother Bill. And D.
Brother
Randolph.
underscore Bill cheered X100.
Like we're a spitting distance away. And when I spit, it's more like fuzz. You don't want me to spit. It's not liquid at all. It's fuzz, like a hairball.
Mighty underscore Bean cheered X100.
Okay, hang on. Just a second. One moment. Oh, what? I missed. Hang on. Mighty Bean cheered.
Hollywood underscore and
I
3D
almost.
just
I
gifted
saw
5
that.
subs.
Mighty Bean cheered. And Darth Gallon, thank you for the cheer. And
Joshua underscore
Hollywood
XP
in
underscore
3D.
just
Ow,
resubscribed for
I knocked
6
my
months.
head.
Life is like a Lego.
Hollywood in 3D,
You can
thank you
always
so
rebuild
much
or create
for
something
the gifted
new.
subs.
Today marks 6 months, and I
Very
always proud to be
appreciated.
a part of this wonderful
Extremely.
community.
And Joshua XP subscribing for 6 months in a row.
Darth
I don't
Darling
even have
cheered
that many
X100.
fingers. Well, on one hand. I have 4 fingers on each hand when I wear my magic flannel. Yeah, furball. Yep. That's furball. Right there. Beneath where chat would normally be. Wow. Wow. That's 2 barefoot brick walks. You love the barefoot brick walks, don't you? Well, I don't want to deny you of the cross-eyed bear. Here, I'm going to cross my eyes. Did it work? Are my eyes crossed? Am I a cross-eyed bear? Okay, I uncrossed my eyes. Do I love coffee? Yes. I can't drink it, though, because I'm a Muppet. Slow and painful? Yeah, that's my life. And cramp. Remind me, I gotta re-glue my glasses. Back on my face. Ow. Oh, I hit my tailbone. Oh yeah, I didn't show you. I have a Gerpel Boba Fett back there. Gonna be giving it to somebody tomorrow. We're doing a trade. You just asked for the Boba Fett, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. Ooh, did the mic pick that up? It's possible it did. It's possible it didn't. I don't know. All right. Well, let's get prepared for that brick walk, shall we? I'm going to take off the flannel, though, because I don't want to bake. Going downstairs. Oh, coming back up. Woo. Oh,
Fucker the Clown cheered X100.
Thank you so much for the cheer. Very appreciated. We got through a level 5 hype train and shot past our sub goal for the evening. Maintaining that. I haven't even had a chance to show you everything I got. Necessarily. Well, that means some new Star Wars figures. Thrifted, really. By and large, thrifted. Printing more Gerpel and purple bits. So, Fucho. I've been dropping my bits and I don't mean to. Thank you so much. I'll spin the golden bit. Spinning the golden bit for you, Fucho. Burning a hole in my fingertips. 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 Choo-choo. Brother Bill, thanks for making it happen. Darth Gallum, thanks for making it happen. D. Randolph, thanks for making it happen. Thank you, everybody. Everybody, including Fucho, Joshua, Hollywood in 3D, Mighty Bean, Brother Bill, D. Randolph, Fix 'em Dude, Coda 120. El Taco Meat, of course, helped as well. I missed his 69 bits. Oh, El Taco Meat, please do not be disappointed. Hopefully the people that you brought over are not confused. Posture check and stretch. When your bits are purple, you need to see a doctor. Hello, Stephen Poole. Shout out to Stephen Poole. Oops. Well, okay, so, I don't know what kind of community you have, El Taco Meat. Because I know you do the science stuff, and I know you're playing games. But, this is normal here. We mess around. We chat. We 3D print. Kevin Will Die is a fellow TMBG fan. They might be giants. Who's knocking on the wall? All alone, all by myself. What do I think of the Chip and Dale voice in the new movie that's coming to Disney Plus? I haven't thought. There's the answer to that question. All right, let's get the bricks. Got to get the bricks prepared. What's that blue thing doing here? Something grabbed a hold of my hand. I don't know what had my hand, but that's when all my troubles began. I don't understand you. I just don't understand you. I don't understand. If you're not a They Might Be Giants fan, all this is going straight over your head. Guaranteed. Fingertips. Howdy, Eclipse Empire. I hope you and YouFly1 are doing well. I do. Eclipse Empire, you came along just in time, just wrapped up a hype train and shot past our sub goal, fueled largely by a couple of people of note. Not just David Randolph, D. Randolph 1976, Dr. Andolph himself gifted some subs, but Hollywood in 3D as well. Meant to tell me, I always see your former coworker. Oh, yeah, I don't. I don't. Joshua, hang on, coming in with a cheer.
Joshua _XP_ cheered X100. Today in tech history in 1977, the first space shuttle orbiter, the Enterprise, embarks on its maiden flight in captive mode. attached to the top of the Boeing 747 jumbo jet.
Thank you. We got to do a brick walk. Although I'm nervous. I don't want to take the tab. Let me show you how precarious this tablet is. I just dropped bits into my lap. You do not want bits in your lap. Usually you would have bits, but one of the bits are no longer in my lap. I only had one bit in my lap, but if I had 2 bits, see, I got 2 bits. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Dropping the bits on the desk. Let me show you just how precarious this is. Before we get to opening things, it's literally sitting on top of the cement slab with this much space. That's my clearance. Ooh, knocking everything over. I sit it on the edge, and then try to twist it so that it just sits there appropriately. All right, these bits are done. Let's go ahead and, before I do the brick walk, it's the brick walk of life. All right, Z's light. What are we lighting to, Joshua? Let me know. All right, everybody, it's put an 80s song in Chris Pirillo's head tonight, apparently. Because I've got Walk of Life in my head. This is going to be, I'm going to get so gluey. You've heard of bluey. That's nothing. I'm going to get gluey. Oh, man. What's your vector? What's your clearance? Over. Under. Done. Oh, crap.
Show me what you got.
That is not what I want. Was that my spit? Okay, as long as that was not super glue on my laptop. There's a helicopter flying over your apartment. Oh boy, American Chris Hansen. Oh, no. I keep dropping things tonight. Why? Can anybody please tell me why I keep dropping things tonight? Can anybody? Hey, the Viper, good to see ya. Welcome back to the Play Shop. Let's see. What color did you want? Green and red. Okay, hang on just a second. Let me get this glued here. Okay, how to get that set. Theoretically, that's going to work. Let me close it before I drop anything else. I've been just like butterfingers tonight, man. Like you wouldn't believe. All right, you said green and red. Yeah, green and red. All right, there's your green and red. Get your drops in. Yep, Freemaker Adventures back on Disney Plus. Indeed. I retweeted that from the Star Wars Radar account. All right. Let us first export a rotated bit. And the reason why is because the way the Gerpel is printing, it's going to show a different, it should show a different side. It only takes like 30 minutes to print one of these things. This is at 50%. But the good news is, in printing with the purple, these make great gifts for people. These little bits make great gifts for people on Twitch. If you don't already have a 3D printer, that is. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I know I'm forestalling the inevitable. I'm stalling. I really want to show you I want to show you the cool things I got. They're Star Wars figures, admittedly, so you may not think they're cool, but I think they're awesome. These are older ones. I don't think they're newer. Maybe they are new. Hang on. No, they're 2013. 501st. All right, I'm fine. I'll get going. Thank you. I love my elbow. Let's do this.
Show me what you got.
Now let's change the view. Well, thank you, Hollywood, for asking what I got. Thank you. Finally, someone's asking. 501st, 5 POA, several of them actually, or one of these, and several of the Battlefront type of troopers. Shock troopers, Imperial shock troopers. These are 2013s. But it was largely I saw 3 of them. I'm like, whoa. That's a great deal. So Loyal may be printing clones. I'm all about the Battlefront clones. And then it came with like a couple other things like modern-ish TIE pilots and modern-ish, not great, not amazing. But oh wow, yeah, I really don't like that one at all. It's got a loose head. That's not the reason I got it. A Jango Fett. Got a Jango. I'll have to hold
American
him up
Chris
later,
Hansen
too.
300.
Thank you, American Chris Hansen. Are you kidding me? Do I like it? I love it. Thank you. Appreciate. Oh. Keep dropping my bits. Sorry for dropping my bits, people. Thank you so much for the cheer. Appreciate it. Thank you. Spinning my golden bits for you. The golden Gerple bits. That's what it is. I'll get to the Lego walk. I promise. I had to thank American Chris Hansen first. And showed you what I got. Again, I'll hold these up again in a tiny bit. Let me first. Yeah, that was not a great. I don't think I got a great deal on this, but it happens. Still need a BS Jango Fett. Oh, Hollywood, you may get lucky. They may have an archive wave. I'll keep my eyes peeled for you. I know of course I'm stalling. You would stall too if it happened to you. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Now that song's in my head. Let me get my close-up cam working. Get it set. Sharing my camera. There we go. I don't know if this is the wide angle. We're going to find out. You're going to hear double audio. You just host? Oh, thank you, American Chris Hansen. I appreciate the host. Anybody can host. An archive wave with a new face scan would be perfect. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally. All right, is it... We're going to start it. You're going to see the camera. Look at that. We're going to do a brick walk, people. I will not be able to see chat when I do these brick walks. Keep that in mind. All right? Keep that in mind.
And hopefully double audio will no longer be relevant here. ow, ow, my heel, ow, oh, oh, Okay, gonna do this again. Here we go. This is number 2 of 2. Hopefully the sub count doesn't drop tonight because I don't want to do this again. Here we go. My toe, my toe, my toe.
Woo. There's my shirt and the camera and the desk. Hang on just a second. Let me float this back up. Get this set up. Ow, ow, ow. Quick recovery. Do not worry. There was no breaking of skin. Ow. Ow. Aren't you glad you were here for that? Aren't you glad? You are, aren't you? Orange you. Thank you, Hollywood N3D. In more ways than one. How are your feet not cut to ribbons? Well, I'll taco meat. It hurts. They do not. Trust me, if it drew blood, I would not be doing it. Because that's against the terms of service, for one. Number 2, I'm not going to inflict pain. It's uncomfortable. It does hurt. Yeah, blood also is against the terms of service, so I do not draw blood. There's no blood drawn. I could draw blood if I wanted to on a piece of paper with like red marker. That's the only kind of blood I can draw. Beyond that, no, not so much. Not so much. Okay, so let me show you a couple things I got. And I may be the only one powering oops, wrong view here. I cleared away the wrong shot. Let me, you know, I need to go and look at that too, don't I? These are, here, I'll hold it like here. This is a 501st. They did re-release this one. This is a 5 POA 501st. Let me try it again. They re-released it last year before, in like a 5-pack. And I ended up getting a few of them when that happened. And then I got like 3 Battlefront Troopers. They're in decent shape. I mean, they're loose. Not great shape. But these are the original ones. And I was kind of... The reason I got them is because I was kind of kicking myself for not getting more. See, some people hand over bouquets of flowers. I believe in handing over bouquets of Star Wars figures. So I think I got the pictures that I needed, the screenshots. I did. All right, great. All right, did those things. Did those, and then I got. This isn't as special to me, but it's still nice. It came with the array of figures. Django Not Black series. Thank you, Fix 'em Dude, for the capture there. And then like this one isn't as exciting, but it's a First Order TIE Pilot. Also a classic TIE Pilot, but its head is like really wobbly loose. That's okay. It's an extra. These are all extras. And I mean, I'm not as excited. This is a Power of the Force Stormtrooper. Probably one of the worst Stormtrooper sculpts ever. And that's saying something. I prefer the vintage Stormtrooper sculpt to this one. It's that bad. So I got those. And then you already saw me showcase the Saga series AT-AT Driver, which I'm going to be tearing into this one. Oh, wow. Clean shaven. Indeed, Zangers. I did shave. Thank you for noticing. Oh, we got an ad at the chat. Let's do that. Where it's at. Now, Liz tonight is watching figure skating. Oh, wait. Hang on. It's like the AT-ATs are kissing there. What's going on there? Let's move that other AT-AT, shall we? There we go. How's that? And we got 2 separate AT-ATs. POTF is hot garbage. Totally agree. I mean, granted, I was thrilled to get Star Wars figures again, but I always hated the He-manization of Star Wars. So Power of the Force, not my favorite. Can we have 3 AT-ATs? I'd need another animation. CNEUP gave me a lot of his original animations, and I just haven't added much to them. Thank you, Kevin Will Die. How can one not notice a removal with the Mountain Man beard? I don't know. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that long, was it? Was it? I don't think it was that long. Was it really that long? Anyway, this Django does have the backpack. Happy to get it. Even though wouldn't necessarily be my favorite sculpt, it's not bad. I feel that the figures that I wanted most, the 6 figures, I feel like I got... Look at that! I brought in 6 figures this year. No one can complain. I brought in at least 6 figures. AJ Eversoul is asking if my day's gone well. Hey, dude, I'm holding on to Star Wars figures. How could my day not be going well? Maybe not as well as David Randolph's day. David Randolph's day was like way more... Wait, why is that not... Are you seeing a gentle fade when I go between those scenes? Are you? I thought you were. Because it should be a fade. It shouldn't be... Are you seeing fades or does it jump? It's kind of weird. So I don't know. Fade. Fade. I believe in the fade.
Joshua
See, now it's...
XP underscore
Is that
cheered
fading?
100. Search your feelings.
It jumped.
know
It
it
should
to
have
be
faded
true.
back. I know. I do believe it to be true, Joshua. I personally do. So true, Chris. So true. Star Wars makes my day so much better. You know, it's difficult to explain that to someone who doesn't have something like Star Wars in their life. It makes a day better. More like manicured lumberjack. Well, it's just that I hadn't shaved for like a week. 2 weeks, I guess. Maybe I hadn't shaved for like 2 weeks. It was starting to get there. I'm like, yeah, I need to cut it. I needed to cut it. So anyway, Power of the Force sucks. I hate it. This was a Power of the Force pilot, a TIE pilot. But it's like the head is just like woo, 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 woo. Really swivelly. Not thrilled about that. I prefer to have the joints, at least for the modern stuff, tight. Toit. Nice and toit. I've got an SL18 Saga Legends AT-AT driver to open. Because I got an extra. That's why. Love the card back on this series, by the way. Love. And I'm probably the only one. I know. I'm the only one who's tuned in. Everyone else is like, get back to talking about 3D printing, man. Let's talk about extrusion. Can we talk about extrusion? Please, thank you. Get back to extrusion, Chris. Please. Can we talk about layer heights? I'm literally the worst Lego streamer because I don't do it every day, but tomorrow I will. Tomorrow we got a Lego set. I'll be pulling a Lego set. So I don't do Lego every day. I'm the worst 3D printer person because I don't talk about all the technical details. Where's that? Hang on. I dropped the... Oh. There it is. I was looking for my blaster. My E11. Star Wars, Star Trek, science, and 3D printing. Everything the body needs. Astro Printer, totally agree. Hey, was there a new Star Trek Discovery this week? I may have missed it. Are we allowed to talk about Boba Fett and the other bounty hunters? You better. Like, it's almost against the rules if you don't, the free heathen. Seriously, you have to. It's been mandated by decree of the Empire.
Joshua XP cheered X 100. Who's the more foolish, the fool, or the fool who follows him?
Let me try that. Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? That was my best Obi-Wan Kenobi there. Probably not a good Obi-Wan. But a great AT-AT driver. Probably one of my favorite modern AT-AT driver sculpts. If only because it's 5 POA. Maybe they do... No, they didn't do an AT-AT pilot. Or did they? I don't know if they did. They didn't do one of these for Rebels. And I wish they would have. They did a TIE pilot, but I don't think I remember an AT-AT driver. So it's a 5 POA AT-AT driver here. Saga Legends AT-AT driver. Have I seen TIE Fighter, the fan cartoon? I have not watched it yet, but I will. There's a new Star Trek Discovery episode. Thank you, Kevin Will Die. That's probably what I'm going to be watching tonight. The last one I watched was when they were gambling. I don't think that was this week. I'm pretty sure I didn't watch one this week. I finished Peacemaker. Peacemaker was good. It was a good first season. I really enjoyed it. Very much so. Not being a DC fan, I really enjoyed it. The Viper, hang on. The Free Heathen says, I'm making a new cosplay. Which bounty hunter do you like? Who has the best blaster? Oh, man, you're making a new cosplay? Which bounty hunter? Well, there's so many good ones. And everyone always picks Boba Fett, but I was always a fan of, like, Zuckuss or Forlom. Specifically Forlom. You don't see a lot of Forlom cosplay. Everyone goes to Bosk or IG-88 or Boba Fett or Aura Singh or Cad Bane. Cad Bane would be a good cosplay right now. The Viper says, if it's okay, I'd like to update you all. Help me get started streaming. I have a setup now. Took my first step using a microphone as I stream my gameplay. Thank you. Oh, no problem. Shout out to the Viper 1036. Get a shout out. Did I like the ending of the Peacemaker with Aquaman and the Flash? I thought it was hilarious. Okay, you just spoiled it for everybody, Zero Cool. But I thought it was hilarious. Like, I was like, I love that kind of humor. Very, very meta humor. Incredibly meta. So I did like the ending. Who's Boba Fett? What Star Wars joking? Oh, Westery One, I know you're joking. Because you're vintage like me. Not old school. Vintage. Speaking of, this is the AT-AT driver. Not a vintage figure here. I mean, they did have the vintage variety, of course, was my first Star Wars figure. But getting this open, happy to, if only to show you, side by side. Here, people ask, well, what's the difference? Well, between the Black Series and the Vintage Collection, this is not Vintage Collection, although I can't wait for that, because you know it's going to happen. But we got a Black Series 6-inch scale and 4-inch 3.75-inch scale AT-AT driver. So, those are the two scales right there. Big and small. So me, I prefer the smaller scale. I prefer 5 POA. This is a 5 POA. Despite everyone loving the taller, bigger, more articulated AT-AT driver, I don't know, there's just something to be said about the small factor of this. Just you wait until, if and when, I should say, I get resin. Then I find a model that I love, and then I just print it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oops, I thought everybody's seen it. No, not quite, Zero Cool. I'm guessing they have not yet, but that's okay. It's all good. I wouldn't worry about it. I didn't, throw anything up there saying, don't talk spoilers. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Rygaros. Thank you for the follow. If I said your name incorrectly, you can slap me upside the virtual head. It was awesome. You liked it, Hollywood and 3D? If you've not seen Peacemaker and you have HBO Max, you should see it. Oh, man. You know what I did? I screwed up and I did a different, I didn't need to do this much infill. So this is the only one of those I'm going to do. I needed far less infill for this. I don't even know if I needed any infill for this. Westry is with me, hardcore vintage. Ideal Grain says, Zero Cool, you crashed 1507 computer systems causing a 7-point drop in NYSE. Oh no. Are you talking hackers? I know you are. That it happens. You never know. Love the smaller ones, love the vintage. I'm all about the vintage. You give me a modern figure or a vintage figure, if you give me a choice, I choose the vintage figure every time. And I'm sorry, but POTF is not vintage. It's modern. No, Rygaros, not cool. Not cool, dude. Not cool. Don't. That's not the kind of community we have around here. Be respectful. And you may have said that tongue-in-cheek, so we'll give you a chance. But no, I will not tolerate that. Hey, Comic Age Clothing, good to see ya. Welcome back to the Play Shop. Saw you earlier. No, I saw you on, who was it? Amish Asia's stream. He did it 24 hours for his birthday. 24 hours? Oh my gosh. American Chris Hansen, thank you for linking, posting on the Discord. Appreciate that. Okay. Rygaro says, it's because you said that I could slap me. That's why I said that. Okay, Rygaros, we don't know each other, right? And even if we did, there are some people who are going to take that out of context. I appreciate that your wife is laughing in the background. I do not yet know you or your wife. As I get to know you, I'll know if you're pushing the envelope. But given that we're just getting to know each other, probably not the best thing to say first thing. FYI. Just letting you know. Sorry if you already said that filament. What is it? Oh, yes, it's Matter Hackers Silky Purple. I call it the Gurple. Although I've got way too much infill in this one. I printed out a couple of these tonight. So this is like the bits. So when people cheer bits, now I can pull out a golden bit. If you cheer, yay, golden bits. You were trolling Amish by winning Lego prizes and sending little Moses. Oh man, I only entered once. 24 hours. I'm too old to do a 24-hour stream. I don't think I could pull that off. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I could do it this year. Maybe if we figure out what the threshold is. And if I could get off work and do a 24-hour stream. Like, all right, 24-hour. No, you know what? You know what I should do? I should do it. This is my 49th birthday this year. Mrs. Not No Good won a motorcycle. Nice! Send me the minifigure. I'm all about the minifigure. I don't want the bricks. Just give me the minifigure. That's a favorite of mine. Currently playing some Overture Matte Purple. You know, Matter Hackers is going to be setting 3 different filament shades that I chose. I don't know when that's going to happen. When it comes, a couple of them need to come back in stock. But I'm very much looking forward to that. So I'll be printing with more Matter Hackers silk. Same kind of stuff, really. Well, maybe not the bits, but like the figures and the smaller things. Because that's really where I feel, no pun intended, this stuff shines. Am I into Westworld? I am. Zero Cool. I did watch Westworld. Did like it. I feel it got better. The first season was a little confusing. I feel it got more and more coherent over time. No problem, Zero Cool. I'm with ya. So wait a minute. I got to figure out what Rygaros is... What brings you in, Rygaros? I'm still with you. You don't worry, you didn't. Takes a lot to offend me, especially when we don't know each other yet, so I can't get a feel for you. But Rygaros, what brings you in? Putting it up tomorrow. Had some weather issues, losing power. Oh yeah, Westry One is talking about her 3D printer that she won from Focus. The mic went weird. It went weird. Which 3D print, Rygaros? The Twitch bits? Or just the filament color? This is the Stormtrooper or Wexter Stormtrooper. I also have I don't think I had enough filament to print another one of these. But tomorrow I'm meeting up with an old friend. He's also cheered in this channel a few times. You might remember him, Graham Lang. So I'm meeting up with Graham. He may have something for me. And he says, hey, could you bring a... Oh, I'm just dropped this. And the problem with dropping this stuff is fragile. This stuff is very fragile. Oh, the one that's going on? Oh, okay, cool. So it caught your attention. I'm glad. Rygaros. I'm 3D printing something new every day. More often than not, it is Star Wars related. Tonight is an exception. It's not Star Wars related, but it is Twitch related. It's gold purple. I call it Gurple. It's fun. These are Twitch bits, by the way, if you cheered. Anyway, he asked for the Boba Fett. So I printed with the remainder, or largely the remainder of the this filament, something for him, because I'm going to hopefully get something tomorrow from Graham. Let me get a screen grab of this. Hang on. Sorry, it's going in and out of focus, but let me get this balanced. There we go. Get as close as I can. Here, let's split up like that. This is the new Boba Fett. How can I get it? It's so hard to get a good shot of the Gurple, you know? Let's do another one just in case. One for safety. That's what I always say. One for safety. Because I like saving these shots in the archive, if only because, I want to make sure I've got them. Like, oh yeah, that's right, I did print one of those. This is going to be a gift, though. This is a gift to someone who's giving me a gift. So it's going to be kind of like a gift exchange. You get yours Tuesday. Oh, well, here's the thing. So Zero Cool. Let me tell you about that. I tracked the tracking number, the shipping tracking number, Zero Cool, and you might want to do this as well. So I got a tracking number, and I checked it, and then today, for both of the things that are being tracked, the S22 Ultra and the Galaxy S8 Ultra Tab, the Tab S8 Ultra, God, this is just mouthfuls. Both of them are being held back for a release date. The notifications that came in are being held back. So I was going to get mine on Tuesday as well, but I got an update on the notifications because I signed up for email notifications. So Zero Cool, I'm curious to know if you got the same thing. The Free Heathen asks, what do you think makes Star Wars cosplay stand out to you, a non-cosplayer? It's seeing characters in real life, things that were only up on the screen. I think that's the most compelling thing about seeing Star Wars cosplay. That's the cool thing. That's what I love. Like, oh my God, I'm seeing this character in real life. I never thought I would. So that's what I think. Okay, American Chris Hansen, I'll give you a freeze frame, but first, let me say thank you to Silver Sunbeam. Thank you for the cheer. 100 bits. Let me throw up my Gurple bits. I'm printing another Gurple bit. Thank you. Spinning around. Ow, 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 ow. What do I think of the Shore Troopers? Oh, they're awesome. In fact, I've got carbonized Shore Trooper coming in. Target's got the exclusive carbonized that's going to be released. I don't know if Hollywood N3D caught that, but it's true. Silver Sunbeam, we had a level 5 hype train. Blew past our sub goal tonight. I'm printing Gurple bits, not to be confused with purple bits. This is printed solid filament here. Showed off some new Star Wars figures that I got. What else did I do? I haven't even opened my Black Series for tonight. Fennec Shand. D-Torque! D-Torque, thank you for resubscribing. Very appreciated, especially with Prime Gaming. That's immensely appreciated. Because, here's the thing. If you've got Amazon Prime and you're not using your free Prime sub, you're wasting $5 a month. And a creator could use it. Whether it's me or another creator. Even if it's not me, just somebody else. Just promise me you'll use it. Promise me. And by the way, it is good to see you, Silver Sunbeam. I appreciate seeing people regularly. I do. Because I get to know you. I get to, see you over and over again. I get to know your handle. And then I get to know more about you. That's my preference. Me personally. I know I'm weird. Well, Zero Cool, keep me posted, because I think mine is getting punted till later in the week, the normal release date. So anyway, thank you, D-Torque, for resubscribing. Shh, I have a secret. Don't tell anyone, but it might be in the works for cosplay. Wow. Well, the Free Heathen, I won't tell anybody, and nobody knows me, so I wouldn't worry about, too much. It's appreciated. Well, Silver Sunbeam, I just feel like one of the reasons I like doing live streaming is the interactivity. One of the reasons it was so compelling for me to do back in the day was that I could talk with people in real time, and I could shoot video. Eat the mic. I thought I was already eating the mic. Do I need to get closer? Are my plosives bad? Do I sound okay? Can you hear the printer going? That's the question. Can you hear the printer? Space is Hard. Space Force Season 2 now streaming. Oh yeah, that's another one I gotta watch. So it looks like I'm gonna be binging Space Force on Netflix and Star Trek Discovery. I think that's tonight. I'm louder than Loyal. That it's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, Loyal tends to be a little soft spoken, I feel. Just had a major buffer, just let you know if I... Oh, a freeze frame! Sorry, yes, I need to do a freeze frame. I apologize. I did get a freeze frame redemption, channel points redemption, from...
Joshua
Thank you.
XP _ Cheerdex 100. You are unwise to lower your defenses.
You are wise to lower your defenses. Sister. You have a sister. Well, if you won't turn to the dark side, perhaps she will. There, I gave you a bonus. Vader. Man, how this microphone is not knocked over yet tonight is beyond me. No! Oh, I didn't say I was wise, Kit Skyfire. I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite of wise. Silver Sunbeam. Blah, 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 blah. Silver Sunbeam is also looking forward to Strange New Worlds. Anson Mount is perfect as Pike. Well, I wouldn't know how to define Pike, but I like him. I like the actor. I like the character as it's been portrayed, at least in Discovery. Very much looking forward to it. Looking forward to Picard. Looking forward to Strange New Worlds. Now, to me, like, the cost of Paramount Plus is perfect if you can give me 4 live-action Star Trek series a year. I'd keep it. I would. I genuinely would, because I feel I get that much enjoyment out of it. Everything else is a bonus. Jedi watches some stuff on Paramount Plus, but for me, it's just the Star Trek subscription service. Coda 120 set up the focus today. Not too bad. Printed the sample cube. I did that as well. Very, very cool. Coda 120, let me know. If you're looking for a good print, like a very simple, straightforward print, you can try one of the coins there that Fix'em Dude did. Good night, Westery One. Thank you so much for hanging. Really appreciate it. Very much looking forward to you assembling your 3D printer tomorrow. Ooh. This one came out really well. Really like how this one came out. Kit Skyfire, I've tried Lower Decks. I've tried Prodigy. It's not, I don't know. Maybe I just have to have nothing else on at the time. I guess it takes a lot for me to get interested in the hang on, let me make sure I got this right. It takes a lot for me to get interested in the cartoon series for Star Trek, or any cartoon series really. That's not just Star Trek. So I feel I'm missing out, because I don't think you're wrong. I think it's good, but it's like it's a matter of getting invested, and it just didn't hook me. Discovery hooked me right away. Live action is easier for me to get into than animation, which is weird because I love animation. Man, I got dang it. Got some this Gerpel was this. You've heard of Girl Interrupted? This is Gerpel Interrupted. Prodigy was okay. Took a few episodes to get there. That's my problem. I need to stick with it. And I don't even know if I've gotten through the first episode. Gonna wait. Ah, crap. I got a little bit of glue outside of the bit as it glues together, as it adheres together. Be careful not to Anything else on there? I still have a little bit left. What else could I do? What other small things could I do in the Gerple? Strange New Worlds in May. Cannot wait. It's not for everyone. That's okay. Well, Kiss Skyfire, I want to try it. I want to give it a good go. I did Lower Decks a few episodes. I'm like, this is fun. But it wasn't like, I wasn't hooked, with Lower Decks. And that's what I'm looking for. And maybe I do need to get more time, and maybe it's just too crazy, outlandish, silly, which is fine. I don't mind that kind of animation because I like, let's say Rick and Morty, for example. It's kind of like Star Trek Rick and Morty. That's what Lower Decks reminds me of. And I like that, but it's not like I love it and I need to see it, And Prodigy seems like it'd be more my jam. That one and the one with Janeway, what's that one? I haven't even started that. So maybe I need to and try it. Maybe I need to give Prodigy another go. On the other hand, Foundation broke my sci-fi nerd heart. Broke your heart? I thought it was okay. It was a little... honestly... If I had a way to describe Foundation, it's kind of like Game of Thrones in space. That's Foundation. Like, a lot of it is really, it's out there. Zero Cools like me. Tried Lower Decks and Prodigy, couldn't get into them. I got to give it another go. I haven't given up on it. Have I watched Stranger Things? Yes. Jupiter's Legacy? Yes. Unfortunately, Jupiter's Legacy was not renewed, and that was fine. It was okay. Stranger Things I enjoyed. Very much looking forward to Season 4. As long as Strange New Worlds doesn't have any obvious 21st century 3D printers posing as replicators, it should be okay. Looking at you, Picard. Is that... Oh, I didn't even notice. Did Picard do that? I didn't even notice. That's funny. Oh, that's Prodigy with Janeway? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I haven't gotten to the part with Janeway then. Maybe I need to give it more time. There's a ton of Easter eggs and references in Lower Decks that make the series very enjoyable. Well, I've caught a few of the Easter eggs, but it wasn't like outstanding, like, oh my god, this is great, the fan service. I mean, it's a fun romp. I'll give it that. Oh, Foundation drifted too far from the source. Okay. Yeah, that, I didn't read anything. I've never read it, so I wouldn't know. If it strayed too far from the source. Not as, I guess I'm not as connected to it. Cetacean Ops. See, again, that's right over my head. Have a hard time with Rick and Morty. Found myself binging Lower Decks. Ideal Grain. Rick and Morty took a while to get into, and it's kind of silly. Like, a lot of it's just, like, very, very intense. But I enjoy it. So maybe I like I said, these are shows that I kind of like, but animation to me, like, even I love Family Guy, sometimes The Simpsons, and I used to love The Simpsons back in the day, like way back, like VCR days, Simpsons. But with animation, I've found myself only able to stomach maybe, one or two episodes before ultimately I need something else. So I'm really weird with animation. The only animation that I really got into recently, if it's not Star Wars, because Star Wars, of course, but the only animation, non-Star Wars animation that I really got into was Arcane, and I know nothing about League of Legends. So Arcane was fantastic. So it pulled me in. And so maybe I need to give Prodigy another chance, because it could have, similar elements as to why, I got pulled into Arcane. Maybe a different animation style, certainly. But I never read Foundation. The show was okay. It was okay. Apple TV, I feel, was a miss with. I'm like right in the middle of what's the new series on Apple TV, the murder mystery. I don't know. I watched a couple episodes. I'm like, I don't know. Foundation was fine. What was the other one? Invasion. What was the other one that was that had aliens in it? Was so boring, long. Season 1, Episode 3, the ending is why I watch Rick and Morty. I can't even remember that, the Free Heathen. You watched Arcane the series 3 times? Wow. I only did one. Invasion sucked. That's what I'm saying, dude. It was just like, what's the payoff? Where's the payoff? This is going so slow. What's the point? Oh my god. So I'll watch it. I'll probably watch the second series, or second season, but it better be hella better. For All Mankind is fantastic. Oh, yes. Silver Sunbeam, you and I think alike. Absolutely, I'm there. For All Mankind, boffo. Severance, is that the new one? I haven't tried it yet. Rebels and Resistance are some of my favorite Star Wars. Yes, Rebels for sure. Resistance was fun. Bad Batch Season 2 coming up this year. All right, hang on. I gotta do a bio break real quick. I'm like, my bladder is ready to explode.
Hey guys! Look at this little cute baby Yoda. Oopsie. Cute baby Yoda. 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 Cute, cute, cute. Should I aim it this way, or this way? I should aim it this way.
Joshua _XP cheered X100.
Hey, sorry.
Hi Jedi.
Wow, I did not know
How's
you were
school?
there. I had to take a bio break. Were you keeping them entertained? Yeah?
Show them a baby Yoda.
Oh, you showed them baby. What baby Yoda?
The one that Uncle Adam sewed for me.
Oh, yeah. They crocheted, yeah. Oh, mommy's exploding.
Ah. She's probably exploding with joy and happiness.
Yes.
Right now.
Lots of joy and loneliness and happy. Wait. Lots of joy. Happiness. I can't remember that. How'd that lyric go? Careful with the gurples. Because one of them is still drying here. I think this one's still drying. The other two are fine.
3.
Yeah, the other two are fine. Other 3 are fine, yeah. Oh, you got your Jedi explosion. You missed your Jedi explosion. Well, there you go. Thank you, Josh, for cheering. It's very appreciated. Did retweet some? No, I was on my way when I retweeted. Is that the new kind of Gurple? The hat? Yes, this is a good old-fashioned Back to the Future 2 hat. I got years ago, just because it was fun. Silver Sunbeam, mostly because I find reading Tolkien a huge slog. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, El Taco Meat. This is... I wore it. By the way, this hat does not breathe. Meaning, if you're cold, wear this hat. I've used it for presentations before. It gets people's attention. It's a good one. Now you recognize it. You feel me. Thank you everybody for bearing with. Sometimes you got. Sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go. I do not have a lot of the Gurple left. So my question is, what else? What other small things can I print in FDM that I might need that I did not have? I'm gonna give this to when I give this other gift to Graham tomorrow. I'll give him a golden Twitch bit. He gets a Twitch bit because he's cheered here and he's gifted subs. I need the matching sneakers. Nah, I'm not a shoe guy. I know a lot of people collect the sneakers thing, but I don't know. So Silver Sunbeam's telling me that Foundation was not representative of the original book. Did I steal a hat from the blue guy? Trackles, I did. It was on the blue guy for years. Years. In the corner there in my office here, my play shop. And then when I pulled out the puppet, which speaking of, I need to glue the puppet. Did I see the new Star Wars game trailer? I did, briefly. Here's the thing. I need to, I'm on Twitch. I probably need to game more. When the news, I'm not going to promise, but, like, I will try any new Star Wars video game that's released here on Twitch. So I'm not saying, Chris, you're turning into a game stream. Like, no, I'm not going to go that far. But I will try it. And that's Star Wars The Old Republic. So a lot of people love the Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm going to glue this back on. I'm going to need more of this Gorilla Glue. Ooh, it got gooped over. It for the MMO expansion? Possibly. I don't know anything about it. Okay, now I'm trying to glue the glasses to the head here. Trying to. So yeah, I know nothing about what I need to do. I know nothing about the game. So I'll be like an idiot, like flying around. Like, so we'll be chatting, we'll be geeking out, and like, all right, now, on Wednesday night, I'll be trying blah, 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 playing blah, 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 blah. We'll set it up so you won't be thrown off. I'm not saying that I'll turn into a game stream either, because I enjoy the chatting thing too. Oh, it's an expansion that's already out. Never mind. So apparently I have to get it now? Hollywood, is that what you're saying? Well, these glasses are not wanting to... These glasses do not want to stick to the fuzz. I'm looking forward to that exclusive minifigure comes with a LEGO video game. It's not really exclusive. The blue milk piece is probably the most exclusive part. I'm not even sure if I've got it on pre-order anymore. I'm not sure. I'd have to play the Lego... I'd probably play more of the Lego Star Wars Adventures, the Lego Star Wars game, than I would the Old Republic. But I'd like to try the Old Republic. The game is actually 10 years old. Yeah, no, I knew of it. But, like... Oh, yeah, this is not... This is not... Yeah, the glasses are not gonna... Glasses are not gonna stay on. Never mind. Well, so much for that. But I'd like to try it. So maybe I need to get it then. Is eBay your best source for vintage Star Wars figures? Trying to get a Han and Chewie to go with the 79 Falcon rehabbed. Honestly, the Imperial Commissary on Facebook is probably a better bet for knowing you're going to get a good deal. Okay, good to know. So the expansion set is already live. Good to know. Jedi in the game are more interesting than the movies. Well, it's a game. It just seems like there's so much, like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. So I do go to eBay for lots sometimes, but individual figures, they tend to run up in price. Depending on what it is I'm looking for. Depending on if it's a good deal. There are a few things that I've got, I'm like, yeah, I probably should have waited. But some deals, I'm like, oh yeah, it was a good deal. I passed a lot of the recent deals to Loyal to make sure he could take advantage of it. Paxi Prime, good to see ya. There's a whole series of trailers for the game. Well, the problem is, like, people like Sith Lord Brit have been playing for years. Or the people like Stay Alive 7 have been playing for years. Or Victorious. And it's just like, I do not know. I don't know the mechanic. I don't know. I mean, I know it's Star Wars, but beyond that, that's it. So I'm interested. Silver Sunbeam, if I find something, I'll let you know. But if you're looking for a Han, depending on which Han, and a Chewie, my recommendation is, I don't know if they're necessarily the best prices, but they're reputable. The Imperial Commissary, buy, sell, trade on Facebook. It is good to see you, Paxi Prime. It's been a while. I'm doing well. I'm mid-print because I had to do a bio break. I was showing off some new Star Wars figures. We were just talking about the Old Republic game, which I guess I'm going to have to try to get into sooner rather than later. I've got a couple AT-AT drivers here, different scales. Trying to figure out what else I'm going to print in this Gerpel. To kind of finish it off because it's almost out. I'm running out. Mm-hmm. Oh. Shout out to Ethan's dad, 3D. Another streamer here on Twitch and an amazing supporter. Silver Sunbeam spent more money getting replacement stickers than I paid for the actual Falcon. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I don't do the repro stickers, but I totally feel you. You were in Amish's stream earlier. Actually went to lurk, left the stream while I slept. Wow, Paxi Prime. Well, I'm not going to say I'm going to do a 24-hour stream this year. It's 49, but maybe I'll do a 24-hour stream on my 50th birthday next year if I make it. I may not make it. By the way, shout out to S. Rona. Sorry, I saw Shannon in here as well. Shannon, you got to let me know when West 1's setting up her printer. First of all. Second of all, Shannon, I've been watching what you've been tweeting. Yeah, I'm 49. What are you talking about? For real, I am. Well, no. Sorry. I'm 48. I'll be 49 July. I've seen, a few of your tweets. I don't know your backstory, what's going on, but I gotta tell you, I feel you. It's been tough for me lately too. Really tough. By the way, we have 66 viewers. That's exactly what I ordered. That's my Emperor Palpatine impression. He hides the gray. Well, I do not dye my hair. I'm the BB, gonna be 29 next weekend. Oh, 29? You're a kid. You're young. I'll fill you in. Basically want cancel culture going for my friend. Oh, man. Yeah, I've talked about cancel culture before. I don't want to get too deep into it, but my feeling is, well, I got a lot of feelings on it. I think it's more accountability sometimes, more than anything, and some people make judgments on other people without really knowing everything about those other people. Like, until you've actually empathized with them and been on their side of the equation, it's difficult for you to understand. And my feeling is that I wish that we could do more to build bridges rather than barriers in terms of communicating and conversations. Cancel culture comes back to, like, if you look at the things that I did 20 years ago, by today's standards, oh my God, like, it's embarrassing. Like, but 20 years ago, we were in a different period. It's a bunch of gossip, one-sided story thing, mentally tired. I feel you. Especially when someone doesn't have a chance to, and I'm not even saying defend, but like when they're put on the defense, A, they're going to come out swinging, and B, maybe they don't, it's not even a gleeful lack of awareness. It's just people come out with pitchforks and torches, and it doesn't matter what you say, you're just wrong, no matter what you say. And I just think that's wrong. I don't think that's right. I think, if anything, because I've been called out on some things that I've done, I'm like, yeah, I probably should have done that differently. If it's something that I've done, something that I said, I'm like, yeah, I'm not making excuses. I will say 20 years ago is different than it is today. It's like dramatically. In 20 years, that much has changed. Just in sensibility. So yeah, I've got a problem with cancel culture. I don't think it's right to cancel somebody, so to speak. Cancel. I mean, I think everyone's got a different perspective, and as long as you're respectful about it, right? And as long as someone's is given a chance to at least not necessarily atone, but to have a position. Their positions, it's got to be heard out. It's got to be heard. Otherwise, we all run the risk of being canceled. Like, who among us, right? Had I had a Twitter account when I was a teenager, and I didn't exactly have that, but even as someone under the age of 29, having access to the internet. I mean, I'm a different person now than I was then. The world is a different place. You can cancel Expanse. Everyone else gets a second chance. That's correct, Ethan's dad. That is correct. You absolutely can and should cancel the Expanse. Well, I guess there's no more seasons. Yay. Yep, it's popular to support the gossip because it's from big name accounts. That bothers me. I don't like doing the whole pile-on. Like, I don't like piling on. I know it's a cool thing to do. I tend to walk towards the middle. I have my opinions. I have my perspectives. I have my beliefs. I will say that. And those are pretty strong beliefs. And you know what? We may see things differently. But I will always, try to find a middle ground. Or when I see no middle ground, like, okay, dude, this is not tenable, and here's why. And that's where, opinions tend to break down. But like when someone gets raked across the coals, I don't like piling on. Typically, I don't like piling on. That's why you don't see a lot of that kind of thing in my social feed, even when it's cool. Like, for example, Elon Musk tweeted something the other day that I thought was just in very poor taste. Like, in extremely poor taste. Like, dude, like, I get what you believe. I understand it, but come on, dude. Seriously? Like, I thought it was in very poor taste. And I've not been a fan of Tesla to begin with, but I was like, if y'all keep asking why I don't want a Tesla, forget the technology for a second. I just think this is just outrageous. This is just not, it's not even a difference of opinion. It's just like, really? Like, really? Okay. But all I tweeted was like, it's like, I think now people can stop asking why I don't want a Tesla. Their technology is questionable. And I've seen a lot of people who are into cars say the same thing. People who are into tech and cutting edge, they love it, but it ain't perfect. My mind is still stuck on whatever the heck he trying to name his kid. What was it? Up, up, down, down, 68-4BX? What was it? Chris needs a Vespa. I had a moped when I was a kid. That was fun. No, Trackles, we're not going to cancel Star Trek. Don't cancel Star Trek. I enjoy Star Trek. People crave the feeling of power, so they're quick to say others are wrong, essentially being a bully. Yeah, no good. I just don't buy into the whole... I just don't. I don't like using social media for piling on like that. Now, I think it's different when it's a public figure, like someone who's like in a position of power. I do like speaking truth to power. I think that's important. Not that makes me feel more powerful, but just because you're rich doesn't mean you should be able to get away with anything and everything. Just because you have more notoriety shouldn't mean you can get away with anything and everything. But when it's someone that is in a lesser position that you're just taking down a few notches for the sake of just piling on, dogpiling, I'm not. I just don't. I'm not. I don't know if I probably have in the past done that, but like I see a lot of that. I see a lot of drama in Star Wars. Specifically, there's a lot of drama in Star Wars. The community and the fandom. And I don't ignore a lot of it, but I just don't get trapped up in it. And there are a few people even that I've followed over the years who recently really have taken on a position that I never thought they would. Not that it's a bad thing, but just like a radically diametrically opposed position to my belief structure. Like, okay, like what? Huh? Like, all right, let me hear you out. Let me, but specifically in a domain that I'm completely unfamiliar with. So it's not like I can sit there in a place of judgment. But I've seen a few people double down on their perspectives, and who am I to take them down? Like, that's their perspective. That's what they believe. You got to be, that's the thing. You got to be accountable. So this is my feeling on counsel. I don't like the idea of cancel culture, but I do think there's merit in accountability culture. Thank you, Kevin Will Die. Sorry, we're going like way philosophic, but accountability, you got to be accountable. Like if you've done or said something, like this is it. This is my perspective. Let's talk about it. Let's have a dialogue. Like, it's like people who say, I think people do things inadvertently without intention that might come across differently to somebody else. And that's where I think it's potentially a learning opportunity for either side. I don't know every situation. I cannot speak to every situation. But, you know, it's a chance when there's discord, there, not to be confused with Discord, there's a chance to talk, you know, and there are some things that, I'm sorry, no, like, I'm sorry, this is what I feel, like, this is, like, science is usually kind of like, science changes too, you can't say, oh, you know, science is this way and it's that way forever, like, don't hold science tomorrow to what it was today. Science changes, you know, data changes, it changes perspectives. It's not carved in stone. But there's certain things that I just like, okay, this is just, it's realistic, it's, you know, based in fact, you know, we're tripping towards a truth, understanding that truth is relative. And that's, to me, that I think that's the crux of it. That's the crux of it. You know, is understanding that truth is relative. Your truth is different from my truth. You have to understand that, especially when you're engaged in a dialogue with someone you don't understand. Like, if I don't know who you are, if I have no context, if I have no sense of what you've been through, you know, it's difficult for me to understand. But you tell me what you're going through, I'm like, man, I'll start to understand. Now, there's some people that are just like out in left field. I'm sorry. There's some people, by the way, if we're talking about political, both sides. Like, I've met some vegans who are just kind of like not grounded in reality at all. Like, dude, okay, like, I get what you're saying, and I totally agree. This is the way we should go. I do agree. I do agree that the future of human existence on this planet will more likely than not be rooted in, vegan is the wrong word, but we're at some point in the future, and don't freak out, in the next 100 years, we're probably going to stop eating animal and animal products. I'm fairly confident that's what's going to happen. Fairly confident. Which I'm sure is nerve-wracking if you're like, no, I need, and like, we're going to have everything in a pill, like, in 100 years. Like, so, and maybe that's a bit extreme.
Silver Sunbeam shared.
Like, yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. Ideologically, I'm aligned with your vision. But you've got to be realistic, dude. You cannot be, like, you approach it and be serious and take it seriously and abide by it. If you say you're going to do this, do it, because I believe, and I'm with you, it's the right thing to do. I'm with you there. But when it comes to dealing and interfacing with the rest of the world, that when it's not in your control, like, and this is your house and this is your home and this is the things that you have to be responsible for, when it's everybody else, you got to understand that they're not seeing things the same way you do. And so it's one extreme, right? And then there's another extreme. It always makes me laugh. Well, oh, you're vegan? Well, I'm going to have 2 hamburgers. Like, don't. Like, fine, do it. But, like, you're hurting yourself. Don't do that. I know you may enjoy it, but, like, have one, fine. But, like, I don't even want you to have that one. But what am I going to do? It's not my mouth, I'm not well, indirectly, I'm not responsible for your health bills. I'm not responsible for your health insurance. I'm not responsible for, you know, you're paying your bills. I'm not responsible for ensuring that your house is taken care of when something goes wrong. I'm not responsible for your medication. I'm not responsible for all these things. And that's where that's the personal responsibility. That's the demarcation. That's the line. If I'm responsible for it or attached to something that's associated with it, you're darn right I'm going to have a say in it. Because that, like, hey, it's going to cost me X, Y, and Z. Or it's problematic because of X, Y, and Z. And I've got science. Here's my blood work to say, look, this is why this is good. This is why this will work. But when it comes to convincing somebody else, like, you know, you can't. Same thing with religion. Like, you can't proselytize. Sorry, I'm like, so... Shannon comes in, derails everything. Shannon, I hope you feel bad. No, I hope you don't. I hope you feel good. Either way, I've been seeing what you've been laying down. You got me going on a tangent there. Not no good notes. And by the way, thank you, Mr. Fossil, for following in Sunbeam for the cheer. I appreciate that. Not no good says, I think social media enables people who think they're all-inclusive to do the exact opposite, exclude anyone who doesn't agree with them. I agree, and you know, honestly, I will admit, I've probably been guilty of doing that myself. I have. There are certain things that I feel really strongly about, very strongly about. Like, no, this is pretty black and white. This is like very, like, there's no shades of gray here. And there are many things that I'm like, there are shades of gray here. Social media, I've said this before, Twitter's a great place to tell the world what you're thinking before you've had a chance to think about it. And it's true. And I've been guilty of that too. I'll like tweet something like, nah, I need to go back and delete that. That wasn't, I was feeling emotional at the time. And Lord knows I've been that way. I have. And you know, you don't have to dig too hard to know I feel a certain way. And there are certain things that I feel strongly about that I'm not the best person. I'm not, in certain situations, I'm not the best person to represent the alternate point of view from somebody. I'm in the middle. And I don't know if what that makes me, but knowing full well, like, I'm not the person the way I look at it is, how can I say this? It's not an important issue for me, whatever. But that doesn't mean that it's not an important issue for somebody else. And I can't speak for that somebody else because they feel strongly about this for these reasons. And they're the advocate. That's the position. If you're going to take this position, don't listen to me. It doesn't matter where I stand. Listen to the other position. Understand where they stand, especially on these politically divisive issues. And when we're talking about cancel culture, I mean, a lot of this, comes down to misfires and misunderstandings and conflation, and the baby gets thrown out with the bathwater, if you will. And then when you add on or add into that the pile-on effect, it gets much more precarious, and people feel self-righteous about that when they don't have a horse in the race. Now, if you have a horse in the race, it's a different story. But when it comes to an individual and a choice that they made, I just don't feel good about piling on. Like, they made a choice. They got to be accountable. I'm a big believer in you got to be accountable. You gotta be. Whether or not you may believe a certain thing, like you believe Star Wars is the greatest thing ever, but if the rest of the world's saying, no, it isn't, it's Star Trek, and admittedly, one is fantasy, the other sci-fi, but like, you're accountable for your belief. You are accountable. And so that's my problem with the whole cancel culture thing is they sideline that accountability. Like, if the person's accountable, and the person, whether they're going to double down, and they feel a certain way, they're still accountable and responsible for their own perspective and what they said and what they did. It's just, that's, the buck stops there. Now, whether or not people agree or disagree with it, well, hey, they're being accountable. Then what you decide to do with that is fine. But just because you have the ability to talk about it doesn't mean you should. Everyone's given this bully pulpit, and I think it's given everybody this inflated sense of needing to throw their 2 cents in when honestly, is it helping or is it adding? Is it subtracting? Like, what does it do? I've come out before and said I'm not interested in a Tesla. I've looked into them before, but the more research I did, the more I realized that the technology is just problematic. Like, people have problems. Hey, there's a lack of quality control, and then when you add on top of this, these very billionaire-ish perspectives, for the lack of a better word, they're just kind of like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And you know what? You can dig so deep, and you can inevitably find something you don't like about anybody. That's another thing to look at. Inevitably, the holier than thou approach, right? Inevitably. So you can say, well, they're this way, that way, and the other way. Well, they had a different experience. But, haven't we all? Haven't we all been there? It's a matter of having a conversation. And I know I'm so far behind on chat. Thank you, Shannon. I know you didn't mean to do this. You left the Star Wars fandom a while ago because it's too much sometimes. Yeah, it can be. Basically, my thing is just a bunch of verifieds attacking someone close to me, and their group presented no proof and ignored the defensive proof just for attention, nothing else. It's draining. Yeah, that I feel you. Like, that bothers me. And don't think that just because someone's verified means that they're any more important. It just means they have been a very verified individual. That doesn't make them any more or less important. Doesn't make their perspectives any more or less important. They still have to be accountable for the things that they do, just as you do, just as anybody does. It's a dog pile kind of thing that just it bothers me because here's why it bothers me. It's At what point in the future does someone dogpile on me? I mean, it's been done to a certain degree in the past, but not like it has for other people. I'm like, dude, it wouldn't take much. Like, all someone has to see is and take something out of context. Well, Chris is talking about this, and Chris is saying this, and Chris did this, and Chris did that, and blah, 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 and this is blah, blah, blah. Whoa, you're right. Chris is horrible, and Chris is blah. Oh, Chris does this, and Chris eats babies, and blah, 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 and Chris, lights, I don't know, Star Wars figures on fire, and then blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm just making that up. It's not going to take much. And then someone sees it, and I'm like, yeah, I hate Chris too. I don't like the sound of his voice. He sucks. And then suddenly I'm quote-unquote canceled. Just because someone doesn't like the sound of my voice, or they've conflated one thing with another. I'm like, and I'm left going, dude, really? Can we talk about this? No, we can't. Like, well, okay. I'm accountable. Let me explain my perspective. Let me take this as a learning opportunity. What can I learn from this? This isn't fun for me. I'm fully willing and able to admit that, what I might have said or have done was not received the way that I would have anticipated, and or I was in a different mind space, and I'm accountable for that. It comes down to accountability. I don't know. There's so many variations on this. So many variations. Oh, Shannon's trying to make the stream happier again. Now I'm far behind on chat, Shannon. On a lighter note, I think we're attempting the printer stream. You should. And Silver Sunbeam, thanks again for the cheer. Dark Toiler says, want to know who I am? I grew up so poor, I didn't have many toys. Now that I am grown up and I have money, I have all the toys. And because I have all the toys, I'm broke again. I know, isn't that ironic, Dark Toiler? It's true. You made a Soylent Green joke when I was getting prepped for colonoscopy. Blank stares from everybody. Tough room. Whoa. Mr. Fossil says, can't wait for a 3D printer so I can print fossil replicas. Is that a thing? Is that as interesting? Compare Mr. Fossil compared to getting a fossil? If he's still here, Mr. Fossil. Sorry, I was going off and I totally fell behind on chat. Thank you, Mr. Pass Me the Ribs, by the way, for resubscribing. I'm seeing that just to let you know where I am. During D-Torque's latest colonoscopy, the doc came in and asked if I had been prepped properly. I told him if I turned sideways, it's in a strong breeze. It sounds like someone blowing across the top of a Coke bottle. Oh my God. The Midnight Smith, thank you for the cheer. Hello all, popping in for a bit. Friday felt like a Monday. Feel you there. Loving the philosophic stream. Thank you, the Midnight Smith. Appreciate the cheer and the support. Chris eats babies? Yeah, it's true. I do. I eat, I would say I eat baby Ruths, but I don't do that. Hey, Goffleg. Hope my audio should be good because the printer's not running. And it snowballs and suddenly a career is at stake and it's just messed up. Social media is toxic. Well, I'll tell you what, Shannon. It's not just that. I do not dye my hair, John. That is a rumor. Stop it right now. Stop it. I've had people like in the past. I did something. Oh, hang on, just a second. Un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. Gotta do something here. Okay, had to get something going there. Years ago. Hey, Rostacular. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Sounds outstanding. Thank you. This is so scattered. No, Shannon, this is a Twitch stream. This is what it is. Years ago, I didn't tweet really. It was on Google Plus. I posted, it was a whole thing, and I can't remember if it may have been a blog post that went to Google Plus. And Google Plus was pretty much just Android fans. That was it. Like, it was just slather. I mean, hello, it's Google, right? They're all about, Google and Android stuff. And at that point, I was not all that impressed with Android. It did not impress me in the slightest. And I I basically blogged something saying that the worst part about Android was its community. I said this because it was just toxic, and I was tired of it. Like, dude, why are you getting mad at me? I'm sitting here saying that the software is not that great, and they're like, what are you talking about? It's fine. Like, no, it isn't, and no, it wasn't. It was bad. It was bad. And my reputation was on the line, right? I'm saying, look, people want to know what I think about the Samsung S2 or whatever the hell it was. I'm like, it's fine, but it's kind of janky. Oh, no, how dare you, Apple iSheep. I'm like, okay, but I'm not wrong. It was just it was just bad, empirically bad. I mean, you can look back on it now and say, oh, of course it was bad. No, it was bad back then. It was questionable back then. But, so many people just took that as personal, like I was attacking their religion. Like, okay, but the operating system's not a religion. Technology's not a religion. Your tech choices don't matter to me. They genuinely don't. Hey, buddy, incoming raid. Oh, Graham, there's an incoming raid? I'm just going off on technology. Graham, by the way, got your Boba Fett here. Got your Boba Fett? Anyway, so I got a lot of the Android community so mad at me. They never forgave me for years. And then like 2 years later, I basically got the Apple community mad at me. So keep in mind, everybody's been mad at me. Everybody on this planet has been mad at me at least once, and if not, there's something wrong with them. Everyone has been mad at me, including you. You've been mad at me at one point, haven't you? Yeah, I know why a lot of people are mad at me. Oh, no worries. Oh, Barnacles, I hope you're feeling better, especially with all your tech problems. We were just talking about technology. Undoer says you're not mad. You're mad at me because I took you away from Barnacles. That's why. Who's you? Oh, Shannon, trust me. Inevitably, I'm going to do something or say something like, yeah, I don't like that. I disagree. It's going to happen. But that's part of the human condition. I think that here's the thing in social media. Now that we got this Barnacles raid, by the way, everybody, welcome in. We're going to keep this philosophical tonight. I'm not the opposite of Barnacles, but have I had any tech problems lately? Nothing like Barnacles. I've had some Wi-Fi wireless issues that I've had to mitigate, but that's it. I haven't had to return. There's a reason I don't like getting new hardware. Here's why I don't like getting new hardware. Barnacles. Case in point. A magnet for tech problems. I'm the opposite. I'm like, dude, set it and forget it. There's a TV. Here, hang on. Across my play shop here, this is a Google. Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. This TV is a Google TV that still has Android TV on it. Google sent this to me like 10 years ago. It's a 1080p TV and it's working just fine. I'm not going to upgrade it, despite me sitting across from it every day. I've been waiting to 3D print something else here, but it's just that we've been talking, and we went off on a tear. So I do run into tech problems. Just maybe not as much as Jerry has recently. I feel bad for Jerry. I really do. I'm like, dude, not fun. Macman says, not been mad at me. Thought I was the shiz on TV. Well, I was not. I was not the shiz. Rule of thumb for me, don't yuck someone else's yum publicly anyway. That's fair, and that's something I need to be reminded of frequently. I do. John D, if I can't fix it, I buy a new one. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, John. Thank you, Rittenhouse, for following. Rittenhouse. Graham Lang says, be thankful. I tuned in, and I'm just like, Jerry, I feel like, oh my God, remind me never to get technology from, okay. Jerry had a very bad experience with, Jerry's experience with Costco tech and getting tech through Costco was not good. So I'm like, okay. So Jerry, I don't know if he ever considered himself an influencer, but I'm like listening. I'm like, remind me not to get technology from Costco. Remind me. Tech probs. When it rains, it pours. It kind of does. I was the shiz, no arguing. Fine, I'm not going to argue. It happened again. You followed me at least 3x over the years. Well, why do you unfollow? Is it the Star Wars? It's the Star Wars. I admit it. Aoi says, I saw you on TV. You are older than me. Dude, I'm on TV now. What are you talking about? Some people are watching me on TV right this very moment. By the way, everyone, Rating from Barnacles. My name is Chris Perlow. I love geeking out. Sometimes I talk about pop culture, things I'm watching on TV. And then, we have awesome people like Shannon. That is S. Rona. If you're not following S. Rona 58, do it right now. She 3D prints. She cosplays. She's done a whole Iron Man thing. Currently, she's working on a Green Goblin thing. She's going to be streaming at least at one point over the weekend. Give her a follow. How long ago was Tech TV? I don't know, like a lifetime. Here's the thing. That was like 20 years ago. We hardly had USB. That's how long ago it was, people. My God. Netflix was in the business of sending discs through the mail. People, get over it. You're living in the past. And don't get me wrong, I love living in the past. Love waxing nostalgic with everybody. You know me, I'm vintage, right? I like the vintage stuff, especially the Star Wars figures, although these are more modern than vintage. If you love Star Wars, follow. If you don't love Star Wars, this is the wrong channel for you. If you love just talking about technology, probably not the right guy. I do talk about it. I'm getting a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra this coming week, as well as the Tab S8 Ultra this coming week, theoretically, if it arrives. So yeah, tech comes into the equation. But, I don't always talk about it. I'm 3D printing stuff usually, apart from right now, because I've been going off on what we've been talking about. Oh, Shannon may stream later. Fair enough. One of a Kind record was funny. Well, yeah, but it's just like 2 minutes out of like 20 years. 2 minutes. Saw that Costco TV issue. Yeah, man, I don't know. Which Wi-Fi are you having problems with? Oh, I don't know. The thing is, the Samsung devices were having problems with the 5 gigahertz. On 2.4 gigahertz, the Samsung devices have no problem. But the 5 gigahertz, both of them have problems. Previous gen. Kind of nuts. And Silver Sunbeam, I'm with you. Plus to Silver Sunbeam. I think it's been awesome to see Shannon on Hot Makes when I have a chance to catch it. She's doing wonderful. I'm old school. That's the thing. Update my Wi-Fi drivers. It's not. Update my Wi-Fi drivers on the computer. I'm talking about a Samsung tablet and a smartphone. How the hell do I update the drivers? You can't. You get what gets pushed to you. I'm not talking about a PC issue. Wi-Fi drivers? What year are you from? PC tech guy. Oh God, I got to deal with more than PCs. My PC is running pretty well right now, thank goodness. My PC is the thing that's powering the stream. That's why it's working. I update the drivers on it for sure. What year is it? It's last year's model. Well, the S7 Plus, last year, same chipset as the S21 Ultra. Big problem with the 5 gigahertz. I cannot get 5 gigahertz to be stable at all, but 2.4, smooth as sailing. Smooth as silk, smooth sailing. Okay, can I try to get a 3D print going here, people? What do I think about the right to repair and planned obsolescence? So I think, I'm not going to say it's important. I just wish there were better. I think there should be a right to repair. Yes, I do. But that said, we can't get the slim and sleek technology when manufacturers have to work around those shortcomings. And maybe I'm limiting myself. Maybe they can't. I think they should go that. I think they should go that far, if only to keep things, out of landfills, right? I believe in upcycling. I believe in donating. I believe in thrifting, for sure. Absolutely. So right to repair, I'm a big proponent for. I don't know if it's always going to be an answer. Planned obsolescence, that's how technology works. Like, dude, how come I still can't use my floppy drive? It's 2022. Why can't I use rotary read dial? This is planned obsolescence. They made the rotary read dial obsolete. It's 2022. Knock it off. The world's moved on from rotary read dial, okay? Just so you know. Aoi says, I love Babylon 5. Okay, good for it. Good for you. I do not watch Babylon 5. Don't care. Never watched it. Do I have Wi-Fi 6 or 5? Well, both. But that's even though the devices are Wi-Fi 6 compatible, that's not the issue. The issue is the 5 gigahertz, specifically something with the 5 gigahertz spectrum in these devices on the network it chokes. By the way, thank you for following Jeff C. and Ostrava. Welcome to the Play Shop. I love chatting. Love just chatting. I love watching chat, seeing where you all take me. So keep me going. Let me go check on my Windows Me machine. Oh, Windows Me. That was a mistake. 5 gigahertz works fine. See, you're lucky. I use Wi-Fi 6 too. Ben XP, I have a Wi-Fi 6 network. It's not Wi-Fi 6. It's not the problem. It's a problem between the Wi-Fi 6 and the 5 gigahertz and the S21. There's something that's going on, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the channel. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, but it's difficult to maintain a channel without running into interference. I have got all the updated software. Do not worry about that. I became popular. It's because I am, I guess. Oh, no! Fucho! Fucho, you nut. But I want to keep using my 8-track. Believe in tacos. That is fair, Hollywood. Macman, you keep using your 8-track. New Star Wars lover? Well, I'm definitely not. Not me. Fucho does love American Chris Hansen. By the way, that was one hell of a timeout. Guess the only thing you can do is pray to the Samsung gods, hope they fix it. Well, kind of, Ben XP. I mean, I'm getting the new devices next week, so I'm hoping that'll resolve it. If it doesn't, I'm fine with the status quo, but I may start experimenting with different channels on the 5 gigahertz network specifically for that. You still use your Sony mini disc player? Really, Howie? Wow. Power smart meter 5G transmitter interference. What? What does that mean, Eric? Eric, help me out here. Chris buys our love. Nah, you're here of your own free will. Power smart meter 5G transmitter interference. What does that mean? What do I do? How does it turn? How does it work? Do I still have my Mac Pro? Dude, how old are you? Kuja, that was like, how many decades ago? I haven't had it for like 7 years. Kuja, 7 years. A lot has happened. I think some people think, and thank you, by the way, for mentioning that. Glad you remembered. But dude, I do not collect computers. I do not collect hardware. Not interested. Don't care. Don't want to hold on to it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Give me a second. I'm going to print out some Gerpel coins here. I'm going to go 4 coins at a time. There we go. Going to slice this. Is it in? It's in. Stuck it in. Slicing. Exporting. Going to do some Perillo Maker coins here, if only to get something printing. Oh, you and your Edison cylinders. Oh, you know a few people who did like old hardware? Yeah, it's just not my thing. You have a set of older devices such as a floppy reader. Yeah, I mean, I have a few of those for legacy reasons, but I never touch them. I don't care. You're a bit younger than me. Sorry, not been around much. Remember putting that together. Dude, that was so long ago. That was when I ran the streams on the webpage. Again, that was like a decade ago. I know a lot of people think I've been cryogenically frozen. I have not. Let me put it this way. I don't think I have any technology. I'm not joking. From that time, 10 years ago, I can't think of any technology I still have in the house. Every 10 years, like, the stuff that I might have had is probably gone every 10 years. Just assume that. I don't hold on to tech. I'm like, what's the point? Like, I'll maybe a couple of old cables, but, like, everything else, everything gets upgraded. Everything. Constantly on the edge. I want to try to figure out this 5 gigahertz problems. No, unless it's game consoles. No, Xbox One. I don't have a Wii anymore. The Switch and a PS4, the Darth Vader PS4. What I meant by planned obsolescence is how devices aren't designed to last anymore. Well, but you know what? I guess I don't mind that. I mean, everything needs to be upgraded. I bought a Dell in 2000. I did. I remember that. That was a laptop. No, it was a desktop. I had a desktop. Mr. Bigglesworth, I think was the name. And then I remember getting a Dell laptop back in the day. That is definitely not around. Definitely not. With like 80 smart meters, Wi-Fi works fine. Yeah, it's not a smart meter. I don't think it's interference. And I've even run a little toggle saying, minimize interference. And that doesn't seem to do the trick. I do not know what's happening. Thank you, Bloody Dove. Although that's a really odd handle. I got to know the backstory on that one. Silver Sunbeam, huge retro gaming fan. Way too many vintage consoles in the house. Well, it's not bad. I don't know if we'd have the space for the retro gaming consoles. It'd be nice if Jedi got into it. The closest thing Jedi has to retro gaming is Minecraft. It's a retro style of gaming. Ben XP wants to get a Wi-Fi 6E. Well, there's not really many 6E APs out there. My access point is just a 6, and I upgraded like last year. I wouldn't have a lot of devices that would be compatible with 6E, and I don't know if I would necessarily see the benefit of 6E, but we'll see. The 5G and Wi-Fi, I see. Everyone's got a different configuration. That's the problem. You can sit there and say, oh, it works for me. Doesn't do me any good. Because here's the thing. Oh, all I have to be is you, and then my problem's solved. Ooh, this is making me want to stream trying to fix our old Atari. Shannon, that would be awesome. I grew up with the Atari 2600. We've played a few Atari games, Jedi and I have. Not too many. You hate the Twitch ads? You shouldn't see Twitch ads. You're a sub. People naturally assume planned obsolescence is often we design a product, hire 50 people, 25 to work on the old, 25 may last, may fail after a month. Here's the thing. Technology is always marching forward. And as long as the software, can be built to support the hardware, you're going to have few complaints from me. Twitch is messed up with ads right now. Keep showing them the subs channels. Oh, man, it's weird. Sorry about that. If you're a sub and you're seeing ads, I apologize because that's like one bonus. That's a benefit to subbing. It's a big benefit. So I think the rest of the Gerpel is probably going to be spent on these Perillo coins. Maker coins. Weird, haven't been getting ads. Some people have, some people haven't. Oh, RC Maniac sub expired. Well, that's the reason you saw ads. Sorry about that. Got 90% of the stuff in your house on Ethernet unless it moves. That's the problem, is most of the things that we have around here aren't necessarily connected by way of Ethernet. So, you have your wife's ColecoVision. Wow. Old 2600 is still in your parents' garage. I'm not sure if my parents still have the old 2600. It's probably gone by now. Certainly, probably all the cartridges, too. Which is fine. I'm not sure we'd have space for a lot of the retro stuff here anyway. It'd be a bit overkill. Because I'd be the only one doing them. Do I like the Prusa? Yeah. Did I get the sum assembly required? Yeah, I got the one that was mostly built. And it was fine. I mean, now I could probably do it again on my own. Give me a second. Let me pitch and pivot this. Sorry, I've got my the tablet that's pointed down on the precarious edge of the cement block upon which the 3D printer is sitting. I think 5G mobile is network operated. Well, I couldn't speak to that. Yeah, but you can't plug in Ethernet into a smartphone. Not easily. Not conveniently. No, I don't think so. On your router firmware update, fix 5G disconnects. Well, Wireballs, so it's not a disconnect. Like, the problem that I've had with 5G, with the here's the thing. Only the Samsung devices. Only the Samsung devices. Only. Which, again, tells me it's not the router. Every other device works fine. Works swimmingly. But the Samsung devices and their chipset, not happy with 5G. What happens is that throughput diminishes. It grinds to a crawl. And I've tried toggling everything I could possibly think of. It just dies. Like, it drops out. And I'm much more stable on 2.4 on the Samsung devices than I am on... there's no QoS. And it's not needed. Even with nothing else operating on that network. Nothing else. I've troubleshot it that far. With nothing else. It's just... It's baffling. It's software. So I have different tech problems than Jerry does. Jerry has the hardware problems, and I got the software problems, I guess. The screen went black. Yeah, I know. You want to talk about software problems? I think our OBS in the recent update has been doing that. I hadn't seen that issue until the recent OBS update. I don't know what it is. I haven't had. It's so intermittent. It's impossible to troubleshoot. Upgrade to a managed network. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not a network admin. I don't care. Notice some of the older devices have issues with 5. Well, here's the problem, Retro Pit Stock. I'm talking about new devices. I'm talking about new Samsung devices. Everything else is fine. Everything else is fine. Sounds like Samsung's Wi-Fi stack is sus. That's my feeling. My feeling is it's something in Samsung stuff. What kind of speed do I get on my phone? Well, what do you mean speed? Like when I'm connected to 2.4, like it's at 144, right? It's topped out at 144 with a channel width of like 40. So it's fine. It's more than ample. Like it's more than enough. So I would be fine with sticking with 2.4 on that network for those devices. It's just odd. On 5G, it's fine. Like, well, depending on where I am. Like on 5G, like 380, something like that. Like, hang on, give me a second. Un momento, por favore. Let me switch on to the 5. I'm in a weird area. Not weird, but a good area. Yeah, like Wi-Fi. Like, look at that.
Joshua_XP_cheer.
Look how crazy that is.
Told you I did.
Like, I'm sorry, this is not Wi-Fi. This is 5G. This is 5G. 5G. So 5G is 377 down. Ample is on the best the list of best words ever. It is. Told you I did. Reckless is he. Now matters are worse. Increased DHCP lease length. Lots of Apple and Samsung devices have bug dealing with the IP renewal. Interesting. Lease length, so increase it? 5G, except it's making our brains fall out. I'm not going to go that far. No. This is not Wi-Fi. That was 5. Someone asked the 5G speeds. That's the 5G speed. In terms of 5 gigahertz speed, it would top out based upon my network provider's limit. Can anyone tell a new viewer what Chris is printing? Yes, we can. I am currently printing a coin, a maker coin. This is my coin. You can download it and print it for yourself if you want. Just do an exclamation mark coin in chat. Bang coin. Other side is an Imperial insignia. This was modeled by Fix'em Dude. But I've printed, so I'm printing out another one specifically in this filament color because I'm almost out of this quantum matter hackers filament. It's not cryptocurrency. I don't know what half these network terms are, but I don't appreciate being timed out if I didn't know it. No. American Chris Hansen. Fucho was joking. He was playing around. You're good. We love you, American Chris Hansen. So I probably should flip over to what's being printed, yeah? See, Fucho just timed himself out. Had some brand new devices. Think they're just missing the hardware for 5. No, these are 5 gigahertz compatible. See, it's not so much the laptop. These are the 2 Samsung devices, the tablet and the phone that I have are problematic on 5 gigahertz. Increase the lease length via your primary router. I can do that. Had numerous devices dropping or slowing earlier issues. A bug on an Apple system over 10 years ago. Okay, MacMan. Well, I'm not sure what my current lease is. Do I double it? I mean, I don't know. I'll go, okay, I guess I can try it. But here's the question. Am I still going to run into a problem? When it hits that limit, am I still going to have the problem? You know what I'm saying? Because what'll happen is it'll be fine. And then suddenly it's not fine. Like it connects. And I got amazing throughput. Like almost a gigahertz throughput on 5 gigahertz. Right? Like just like 5 gigahertz. Like almost a gigabit throughput. But what'll happen is, like y'all saw it. Like in the stream sometimes. Forget the... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm like a little low there. In the stream, sometimes what'll happen...
Stay on target.
...is the NDI... I'm currently connected on this. I will try to stay on target. Thank you, Joshua. What I'm printing on this... using the network... NDI... The NDI application that I'm using is wireless. I'm connected on the 2.4 gigahertz network, Wi-Fi, traditional Wi-Fi, and it's fine. Have you noticed sometimes when and I've pointed this out before, when it happens, it'll stop. Like it'll freeze. This view, the view of the printer here, this view, it'll just freeze. And that happens when this device is on the 5 gigahertz network. When it falls back onto 2.4, it's fine. But 5 gigahertz is just like choke, choke, choke. I don't have multicast. I do not have multicast turned on this particular network connection, on this VLAN. Multicast is not on. And still, I've turned it on, turned it off, done this, done that. I'm making a note. I will do 2x DHCP and see if I'll have a problem, because it crops up. NDI will drop, and you've seen that happen. You've seen it. I don't mean the screen blanking out. I think it's an OBS issue. Thank you, the Free Heathen, for the cheer.
The Free Heathen
Give you a
cheer
cheer bit.
100.
Woo, thank you for the bits. Love them bits. Love the bits. Dropping my bits. Got routers dual band? Yes. Here's the thing. I couldn't turn off 2.4 and just go 5 because I had the problem. I had to turn on 2.4 specifically because of the problem. I can't force 80. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have it on 80 right now. My 5 gigahertz network is on 80. I also had hiccups at 160. It was too high. So I've segmented. Trust me, I've segmented. I've managed this as far as I can. I'm currently at 80. That's my width. 40 for the 2.4 and it's fine, and 80 for the 5, and it's fine. For the other 5 gigahertz connected devices. With mesh network, with everything happens seamlessly. It's just, again, these two Samsung devices, the S21 Ultra and the Tab S7 Plus, are problematic. Those two. Everything else, fine. Everything else, fine. I just hate network stuff. I'm not a network admin. I'm like, click. Did that work? Did this work? Oh, we do have a hype train. Look at that. Look at that. We got a hype train. I did not notice. Thank you for the announcement, the hype train. Well, how far are we going to take this hype train, people? You let me know. How far are we going to do this? Do it. How far are we going to do it? How far are we going to go? How far do you want to take this hype train? Do you? Do you want to take this hype train anywhere?
Silver Sunbeam cheered X100.
Silver Sunbeam wants to make it happen. Thank you so much for the cheer. Do you use a router of your own or one from your ISP? I would not trust my ISP as far as I could throw them. I use the least amount of ISP anything. Oh, Joshua. You know what? I'm going to... Just for that, I'm going to go get Emperor Palpatine.
Cheered X1000. Have you tried turning it off and back on? Eclipse Empire cheered X100. Silver Sunbeam just gifted 1 subs.
Joshua, you are funny. I like you. You are making fun of Chris, asking him if he turned it off and on again. Way too true, Chris Perillo. I hate him so much. Thank you, Silver Sunbeam, for gifting a tier 1 sub. Very appreciated. We are well over our goal of 670. Undua, thank you for hanging out, even ever so briefly. Appreciate having you here. And thank you so much, Eclipse Empire, for cheering the 100 bits. There we go. See, look at that. See, I don't drop my bits, unlike Chris, who drops his bits left and right. He's so sloppy. Ethan's dad coming in with 66 bits. Exactly the amount that I ordered. I ordered 66 bits. How dare you? How dare you? We are now at a level 2 hype train at 31%, with about 3 minutes left to go. What is all this? I see a whole bunch of Star Wars on Chris's desk, including one he has not yet opened. Fennec Shand from the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. So it looks like he's got to open her. Thank you so much. Unicorn Order 66. I think not. Thank you, American Chris Hudson. I do love you. I love the fact that you've recently joined this community again, and we can see you more frequently.
Joshua_XP_cheerdex100. Order 66 is basically Thanos snapping his fingers in the Star Wars universe.
Well!
Breaking Goes 96 cheerdex100.
I never thought of that before, about being the equivalent of Thanos. Joshua? And thank you, Breaking Oz 96, for the bits. Your cheer. I love the fact that's your first time chat in this channel and you cheer. It's very appreciated. Eric Aviator, good to see you again, sir. How do you get the BS so quick? Oh, I pre-ordered the case. Sorry, I mean, Chris pre-ordered the case. He's got all this, he's got the wave behind him. Screenshots were posted over on Discord. So he wanted to open one Black Series a night. That's what his goal was. He's got the Fennec Shand. Oh, that's so kind of you, Joshua XP.
33 in honor of Loyal.
Cheering 333 bits like Loyal. Loyal is streaming. He's doing awesome things tonight. Horrid7 asks, why don't clones like buying online? They try ordering 70, but can only order 66. Too soon, Horrid7. Too soon. Hey, X-Files. Welcome back to the play shop. We're in the middle of a hype train. 44 seconds left to go at 72%. Not bad. Although Twitch will probably kick us out of the hype train before too long. It's usually what happens. We get too close and it says no. Not just good, but great. 37 seconds left to go. 97%. Thank you, Joshua XP. Very appreciated. That cheer. You're helping nudge us forward 100%. We've just made it to the next level.
You now.
We have survived one more. You have me now? You have me? Is that how it works? You? Me? You. Why am I out of... There we go. You have me. You and me? You. Me. You? Comic Age Clothing. Me. Who? Joshua XP has now reached the upper echelon. If there was an echelon to be measured, he has made it. Thank you, Future the Clown.
Flacco the Clown cheered
Look at that.
100. Yay. At American Trishansen.
Oh. He's called you out, He loves you. Loyal doesn't have me now. Loyal has himself. I have more Star Wars figures than Loyal. Loyal has more clone helmets than me. Now, see, he's got the clone helmets. I have the clone figures. But Chris does. I'm borrowing them
because I think
from
you deserve
Chris.
more than 69. D.
Thank you. Thank you so much, MacMan. Sorry if I talked over the chair there. Very appreciate. Why do I keep blanking out? Why? I keep... OBS is... This gotta be an OBS black screen bug. MacMan 2034 cheering 420 because he thinks I deserve more than 69. Loyal does have more filament, but it's not... It doesn't matter... You see, here's the thing. Doesn't matter how much filament you have. It matters what you do with it. What is he going to do with it is a mystery. We don't know. Why are Jedis bad cooks? The food tends to taste alright, but it's always lukewarm. Geekanoids! Great to see you. Glad you could be hanging out, joining us this evening, or this morning for you, Geekanoids. Are you streaming on Twitch yet, Geekanoids? Do we need to give you a shout-out? Do we? Is the dark side doing it must be. I do not know what the black blanky outy thing is. I don't know why that's happening. Lord, I have built my saber. What is your command? I command you to strike down all the battle droids. All of them. MacMan appreciates Chris contributes to his addiction to tech back in the day. Well, stick around. There are many things that Chris enjoys about tech when it works. Unlike his 5 gigahertz connection for his smartphone and his tablet. But he will be increasing his DHCP after the stream. He will do that on backup due to electric storm. Whoa. Internet might go down any minute. You like living on the edge, Geekanoids, do you not? Comic Age Clothing says he uses filament to prop up his camera. He probably does, Comic Age Clothing. Does not surprise me. There's also a loyal discount to Comic Age Clothing store. Comic Age Clothing, if you want to post that in chat, feel free. Feel free to post your discount, your loyal discount. Who names these storms? Definitely not me, Garfleg. Definitely not me. Geekanoid's not streaming yet, but will be soon. Fair enough. Yes, I feel your anger. I feel your hatred. Give in to it. You'll be better for it. Trust me. Trust me on this. When have I not been trustworthy? I ask you. We're at a level 3 hype train with a minute left to go. 28%. Don't know if we're going to make it to the next level. Don't know if we're making it to 4. Level 4 will remain elusive. But the fact that we got to a level 3, I consider to be very admirable. Thank you very much, Joshua XP, for helping fuel a bulk of it. It's very appreciated, and as well as MacMan 2034 and Future the Clown and Comic Age Clothing and Breaking Oz and American Chris Hansen and Ethan's Dad 3D and Silver Sunbeam and Eclipse Empire and The Free Heathen. I appreciate all of it. All of it. Very much. But unfortunately...
Come on, chat.
Well, was not expecting that at all. It kind of came out of left field there. Breaking Oz cheering a whopping 900 bits. 900. Thank you so much, Breaking Oz and MacMan cheering an amazing 1,000 bits. You're slapping your cheers everywhere. Thank you so much. Coda 120 has a snow squall warning. Oh, that can't be good. Coda 120 cheering 66 bits. Ostrava asks if Darth Chris has read any Star Wars novels. He has. It's been a while. Most of them were Legends. Back in the day, EU. So he does remember them, but barely. He never really got into Legends as much. Not even the figures, which he should have done. He would have loved to have done that, but he did not.
Manor Mutant just resubscribed for 6 months. Half a year well spent.
Man or Mutant, it has been an amazing 6 months. I appreciate that. Thank you, Fix'em Dude, for the 100 bits. Appreciate the cheer. Yes, the Gurple bits. Gurple. Do I think rooting your Samsung device? I do not want to root. I don't believe in rooting unless I'm a do I look like a plant to you? Do I look like someone who is a plant? I could not be someone who is a plant. Do I look like a carnifern? I am not. How dare you insinuate that? I can tell Fix'em Dude is definitely on a tear tonight. He's excited. He's going to be getting a new phone soon. Cannot wait to hear about that. And I also know that Silver Sunbeam must be very familiar with the 3D printing community, given that he said Fix'em Dude. Because that's how you're supposed to say it. Say it. The group drop is already queued, and there we go. Off to the races? Yes? One. Just one. Okay. Not many got queued, but, you know, it happens. Definitely not going to be rooting devices at all. Not what I do. I don't like doing it. Does anyone else think you should pull the hood back slightly? I do my best. I try, but the problem is that inevitably I expose too much of myself or not enough. Like, I know I look like death. Let's see if I can. There. Is that better for you? Yes? Now you can see part of Palpatine's face without too much. See, I could give too much away. That's the problem. I'm not Chris. I'm Palpatine. We've got 1 minute 44 seconds left in this hype train at a level 4. Sorry, minute and a half. 1 minute 30 seconds left in this hype train at level. I promise not to expose myself. At least try not to. Because I don't want to ruin the problem is I can't see anything if I have the hood too close over my face. We got an ad at the chat. Need some lights and a hype train. Oh, that's right. We do need lights and a hype train. I forgot that. Thank you so much for reminding me. And we also have an ad to the chat. Here's the hype train drawing. And the lights. There we go. Does this put you in the mood? Oh, yes. Welcome to the hype train. You are in the mood. This is mood lighting and mood voice. Do not expose myself. I will do my best. Are you feeling more hypey now? Is the hype train has it happened? Without I see that the problem is I'd run the risk of exposing too much. Thank you, Ben XP, for the cheer. Thank you very much. Even though I totally forgot to turn on all the lights. All of them. All of them. 23 seconds left to go. 55%. Don't know if we're making it this time. Quite alright. Level 4. Very admirable. So appreciated. Getting through this far in the hype train. Could not have done it without you. Very, very appreciated. Thank you for helping keep the Death Star spinning for one more day. I now return you to Chris. He sucks. I rule. Apart from when I get tripped up in the mic. And I'm back. Unfrozen from Carbonite here. We got a Paint Pictionary, it seems. Paint Pictionary. Yeah, you did. You did. Hey, Star Warsy. It's interesting that you are chatting. And welcome. I like that handle. Can I say I like the anything with Star Wars in a handle, I love. Love. Even if you happen to be a troll, I still love your handle. I know, I'm weird. How can you love a troll handle? Because it says Star Wars. How can you not like it? How can you not? You only contributed towards the super laser while I'm about to turn it off. Because the hype train is over. It has ended. But we do have at least... Hang on. Let me turn off the drawing. A Paint Pictionary. So I need Fix'em Dude's help. Oops. I need Fix'em Dude's help for Paint Pictionary. Because I need to know what I'm drawing. Although if I don't have Fix'em Dude right now, which is fine, because mods are kind of light tonight. It's a Friday evening, you know? So I can't, you know, when mods are there, I'm happy. And I know Eric is also a mod. He's a legacy mod. I need to figure out, okay, what am I going to draw? What am I going to draw? Let me think. Yeah, I'm back. You thought I got kidnapped? No. It takes a lot more than that. Okay, I know what I'm going to draw now. Here we go. Thank you, Fix'em Dude. It's okay, Eric. Your presence is supremely appreciated. Okay, here we go. You ready? It's not something from The Expanse. Yeah, gold medal. Coda got it. So Joshua got part of it, and then Coda hit it home. Ms. Liz, thank you so much for the cheer.
Ms. Liz _
Good to see ya. Did you come over with Jerry's raid? I've had far fewer tech problems, I'm happy to say. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Let me tell you. Jerry, I'm just like, dude, poor guy can't catch a break. Thank you so much, Ms. Liz. Very appreciated. That's a very kind cheer coming in. There's a Gerpel cheer. See the gold, purple. This is what I was printing out earlier. These gold, purple bits. The Gerpels. I got the Gerpels. Oh, Doc, I got a bad case of the Gerpels. Well, take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Okay, Doc. Thanks. How do you put stickers on the screen? There should be a... here. There you go. Bang sticker. Is it bang sticker? Isn't it? There you go. You hover over the live video. You look for the heart icon on the right-hand side, or on the profile page, I think there's a way to slap stickers. I think that's how you do it. Sounds like a very personal problem. Well, the Gerpel is that's the color I'm using, right? That's the color I'm using. Is Pez Liz and Ms. Liz the same person? They are absolutely not the same person. They're just Liz's. Just like I'm not the same person as everybody who wears glasses. Just like I'm not the same person as everybody named Chris. So, Liz, it is good to see you. Because I don't know if I'm going to see the other Liz tonight. I think the other Liz is watching figure skating. Me, I'm just watching figures. And I haven't even opened my Fennec Shand yet. This is the one I was hoping to open here. Then we got caught up. You wear glasses and are not Chris. Well, fair enough. Chris Pearl is not related to Chris Bluerillo. He is not. At all. He's not related. I know you think he is, but it's not true. Nope. I am the same. I am kind of the same person. I put on my magic flannel, and then I transmogrify and change shape. You know, Transformers, you know, kind of work that way. And it's kind of like my version of a Transformer. I you know, just change shape and size and stuff. Yeah. All right, so I've got another paint picture to do. I got to think of something else. I am not really. I am related to Jedi. I'm her dad. I'm her father. No. Yes, I am. I am your father. No. All right. What am I gonna? What can I draw? Inevitably, when you can't think of what you need to draw, like when you need something to draw, you can't think of what you need to draw. I'm trying to think of something that I could do, but then you're not gonna get right away. Okay, I got one. I'm gonna make it up. Oh, that's too easy, Fix'em Dude. I'm gonna make it difficult on myself. I'm doing this with the touchpad, by the way. Oop. I can't draw. Screw it. That's the way it's gonna be. Hang on. Even Fix'em Dude doesn't know what this is. All right, here, you ready for it? This is where you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it right now. Here's where you get it. Not a coffee mug. Although I can see where you get that. Not a glass. Not a CD player. Not a PS2. You're getting closer. Not a beer glass. Not a DVD case. Ben XP. Oh, you're real close, Ben XP. You're real close. Not a DVD case. Not a DVD player. Not a CD case. Y'all, the clue is literally right there. Blu-ray. Good one, Coda. And then y'all got it right after. It's Blu-ray. I did it blue. I don't know why I thought of a Blu-ray case. And then why does it keep blacking out? This is really starting to annoy me, dude. After the stream, I'm going to reboot, too, because I don't know if it's something on the... Have I rebooted since then? I don't know if I have. No, I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, guys. Well, of course. Duh. How hard is it resisting opening the Razor Crest? It's hard, Geekanoids. I'd love to. I am tempted to open, but where would we display it? That's the question. I just want the figures. The Carbonite figures. That's it. That's all I want. Cassette tape case. No, not quite. Not no good. That would be a little more difficult to draw like this. Although I could do it. Sure it's not the camera overheating. Fairly confident because it's blacked out early on. Like it's not a I don't think it's a camera. I'm pretty sure it's not a camera issue. Because here's why. So next time it happens, you tell me this. Next time it happens, is it just this view that blacks out or the whole view? Because that I know of when I've had it on a different view, when I've had it on this view, it's also blacked out. If it's just this view, just the camera view that blacks out, then it's probably the camera. Or it's some connection between the camera. If it's everything, it's not just the camera. So that's why I'm saying I think it's OBS. I don't think it's the I'm more than confident it's not the camera. If it's the whole frame, it's not the camera. And it could very well be I need a reboot. I don't know. It can't. I don't think it's the cable because, again, I've got multiple elements here. And if it's everything that's blacking out, it can't be everything blacking out at the same time. It can't. Impossible. It just started happening with the recent release of OBS. And I just got the new OBS was just released. So I feel it's a bug with that. What's one tech related thing from the 90s you want brought back? Nothing. Why would I want any old tech brought back? Why? Things are better now. I think people have romanticized those things in the past. I'm like, yeah, not as interesting. Think it's flashed only 2 times today? Well, that's good. As opposed to me flashing. I could flash. If I start flashing, oof, I don't think Twitch would like that. Twitch would be like, hey, stop your flashing. What's that flashing? Quiet, kid. Strap yourself in. Let yourself bounce back home. My name's Han Solo. More likely software than cables. Yeah, that's my feeling. I don't think it's I think it's the software. I don't think it's the hardware. You're right. There's a reason why the little tech stuff aren't around anymore. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I cannot think of anything that I had that I want again. That you can get you can still get boom boxes, Joshua. You can still get them. By the way, sorry, Hollywood N3D. If Hollywood's still here, I am opening my Fennec Shand. I have the case. I pre-ordered. I don't know why you haven't gotten yours yet, but I guess, a lot of it depends on where you pre-order. This case the wave was so amazing. This is like one of the best Black Series waves I've seen in the longest time. So many good things. That I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I just want to buy like maybe an extra one of this or that. I'm like, nah, dude, this is like, oops, spectacular. You can still get boom boxes. What's my computer's uptime? I don't even know how to measure that. I pre-ordered from EE too. I don't know why you didn't get it. Hollywood? Weird. Did you use my affiliate link? I don't know. I never really share my affiliate links, so... Because I never share my affiliate links because I just assume no one's going to use the affiliate links that I share. So I'm like, well, what's the point? I can make $5. I just assume push people to, like, yeah, just subscribe to me on Twitch. Just follow me on Twitch. Dude, this Fennec Shand weapon is not... Sock'em boppers. Terminal uptime. I'm not on Mac OS for the system. This is a Windows PC. Dude, did it break? No, that's a hole. Dude, I don't want to break this. Does not want to go in. Okay. This Fennec Shand weapon popped out and it doesn't want to pop back in. The strap. You ordered a case the whole wave? Really? Because I did too. That's very bizarre. And usually Entertainment Earth is like spot on. Dude, I cannot get... So like the weapon, it's got the hole to accommodate it here in the rifle, but it just does not want to go back. Go in the hole! Task manager, CPU, bottom of the left. Honestly, I'll just reboot. That's what I'll do. You're alive. You survived. Well, good, Krusty. Glad you were able to hang out. Hope everything went well. With who you met with, I'm having problems with my Fennec Shand weapon here. It's defective. Send it to me. No, it is defective. It's just like it either popped out or. Now I'm kind of annoyed. I'm like, I kind of want to take the other end out. It was on eBay for $40. What? What? No, it wasn't on eBay. Oops, sorry about that. Hang on just a second. Let me... Sorry if that darkens things too much, but... I find that's the easier way of doing it. His hair looked funny. My hair? Or the hair you went to dinner with. You went to dinner with hair. No, I promise it's broken. You can't have that. This is the thing. Is this kind of thing, and even though, because I'm basically gonna have Fennec Shand on display, so I want to have her weapon properly pieced together, and it's not. How am I gonna get? It's like I need a heat gun of some kind to like heat that up and to get it in there, but I don't want to melt the plastic. You know what I'm saying? This one, look how much it goes for now. Oh, like like vintage stuff? Is that like really true vintage? Wouldn't surprise me. That kind of boombox is worth a lot. I mean, I know I've seen boomboxes. Jedi's gonna be like, what's a boombox? Jedi's already complaining that she doesn't have a smartphone. I'm like, dude, you have a tablet. Why would I want to take pictures? You have a camera app on the tablet. Why do I want a smartphone? But you can already do what you need to do on the tablet. No worries, MacMan. It could, like I said, I'll troubleshoot it further. I have a feeling it's OBS. I have a feeling it's not Windows. I have a feeling it's OBS. Fennec Shannon's okay. Holding out for FedEx Shannon. Well, Krusty, how much beer did you have tonight? I want a FedEx Shannon. Hey, Ming Na Wen. I've watched your FedEx Shannon. How'd you get that part, FedEx Shannon? Krusty, dude, seriously, calm down. Someone like, hey, Ash said hi. How you doing? I'm just trying to fix my Fennec Shand weapon here. I'm 3D printing some Gerple coins. Gerple. You're great. How are you? I'm doing well, except for no, this is not going back. It's not going to go back in the hole. This weapon shipped, and it shipped kind of broken, which is annoying. I'm opening up a Fennec Shand figure. Shout out to Ash said hi. I'm just geeking out here. 3D printing some Perillo Maker coins. Earlier this evening, I was doing these little bits, these cheers. purple gold bits. Yeah. And Ash Said Hi is... You want to talk about retro. We were talking about retro earlier. She's far more retro than I am, by far. So, my recommendation is if you're into retro, you follow Ash Said Hi. And I would do that. I command you to follow Ash Said. I command you. Emperor Palpatine commands you. I'm not Emperor Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine's over there. Did I accidentally flip something out of my hand? It sounded like something hit something else. Did it? Hope not. Did it? No, it didn't. Hey, Ash Said Hi. How you doing? Huh? Yeah, the bits are cool, aren't they? I know. Yep. Yep. Puppet. What are you talking about? What is she talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, puppet. Like, no. There's no puppet here. You're the puppet. You're the puppet. If I can look into the camera. It is a Muppet. I am a Muppet. Hang on, I'm gonna go downstairs. You go downstairs. It's Muppet me. So Ash Said Hi. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be eating cereal. I eat cereal every Saturday. Should be a fun cereal. I hope it's a fun cereal. And then Sunday, Ash, since you're here, I'm going to be playing... My plan is to play Sonic on the C64. Sonic on the Commodore 64 for the first time. Thanks to Brother Bill for passing that along. So I'm going to be doing that for the first time ever in my life. Geekanoid says, new shelves coming Monday. Plenty of vintage Star Wars figures ready and waiting for the new home. Oh, awesome. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. Oh, look at that. Is that a little Sonic emote? They recently ported it. See, I did not know. I never really played Sonic, though, as a kid. My brother had... I want to say he had a Sega system. And I want to say he played Sonic. And I knew of Sonic, but in terms of actually playing it, never really did. Grew up with the C64. And granted, that would have been a little past or a little early for Sonic, but never anything that pulled me in. Was that Metaverse, Chris? It is. Kit Skyfire, that's Metaverse, Chris. Y'all are talking Metaverse. I'm like, I'm ready. I got my avatar ready to go. He is He is set and ready to go. He is good. He is good to go. Got a lot of figures here too. Ash Said Hi. Picked up a few of these. These are more modern, but the troopers, clone troopers. No, oh, never mind. I just dropped another one. Forget it. I keep dropping things tonight. I don't know. Why am I so butterfingers? Can anyone explain to me why I'm so butterfingers? Can anybody? Ash, I printed this yesterday. A Gerpel Stormtrooper. No, day before, I guess. Gerpel Stormtrooper. Still, I've printed with other filament, but I brought this back because... I wanted to run through it, and I had a friend request that I do a Boba Fett for him. Hey, Subsector 3D, good to see you again here in this channel. Anyway, so a friend of mine, I'm going to be giving this to him tomorrow. We're doing kind of an exchange of sorts. He's got something I need, and then he wants. He said, "Hey, could you do a Boba Fett in that fancy, gold, wacky color or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I printed it up, and I tell you what. Filament's nice. I'm getting more of this type of filament, but it's so fragile. Like the jetpack, like part of it kind of cracked, so I had to glue that back in. The visor here, the scope cracked, so I had to glue that back on. It was nuts. Brother Bill says, just my opinion, think you'd love making stuff on a 3D printer. Yeah, Brother Bill, I totally agree. Although I'm on the precipice, I'm getting ready. I'm working up the courage. I'm thinking about asking Prusa if they would send me a review unit of their resin printer that I feel that we would be able to put in the laundry room because we have ventilation, temperature control. It's close. Yes, Ben XP. I use super glue. I typically just use the, where did I put it? I just use the Gorilla Glue. I'm probably it's probably overkill, but is it easy glue? Yeah, for the most part. It depends on how it's applied. The thing I like about this Gorilla Glue, runs out pretty quick, but it's got a brush, so I'm able to brush it on. Can't believe Ming Na Wen is 58 and plays Fennec so well. I know. I hope I'm just as well at 58 this year. She's 10 years older than me. Incredible. Reminded why I dislike trying to update firmware on Marlin-based printers. So much more of a chore compared to Clipper. See, Skyfire, the only thing I understood about that is MCU. And when you say MCU, I'm thinking Marvel Cinematic Universe. Probably not something related to 3D printing. Just use dollar store glue, but Gorilla Glue is really good. Well, I believe that if I'm going to go through with it and glue it, I'm going to glue it and make sure it's not going to come undone. So that's why I go Gorilla. Go Gorilla or go home. And I specifically like the applicator. It's not so much the glue itself, it's the applicator. Do it. Get the resin printer, then I can get one and blame you. Oh, thanks, Geekanoids. Well, like I said, I've been debating. I'm like, all right, I think we can get it fitting in the laundry room. The problem is, I don't know if that means we have to get rid of... I don't know if it'll fit underneath the cabinet or how that would work. Because, it's got to have a stable place to be, and then you have to open it up, and I can't necessarily pull it out from underneath the cabinet, and there's not enough clearance, but maybe I mean, it's possible we can sell. We have a mini fridge up here which we haven't used in years, and I don't necessarily see ourselves using it anytime soon, so we could probably sell that and it could go there because we're not using it, and it's so big. We're just not using it. It's just sitting there because we're not using it. So, PLA, Gloop is great. Haven't tried it. I know of Gloop, but I haven't tried it. Ash said hi, like another two-tone color. Yes, they do. So, Matter Hackers is the name of the company. And if Mark H&NC was here, he'd paste the link. He's really good at that. But Matter Hackers sells it here. I think it's a resell of something that's also on Amazon. But yes, I'm getting more of it soon.
Subsector 3D cheered
Very
X200.
Thank you so much, Subsector 3D. Appreciate that cheer. Very much so. Thank you for the 200 bits. The gold purple bits that I got in my hand that have materialized right here. Ow. You don't want to squeeze those too hard. If you have ever done any work with PVC pipe, it is a similar experience. I have not. I have not worked with pipe, nor PIVC. Is that how you pronounce PVC? PIVC? I have not done PIVC at all. I've done USB, USB. I got a lot of USBs. I got an USB-C, a couple of USB-A's, but nothing much more. Never bought super glue from Gorilla? It is a thing. The applicator makes it easy for me, especially when you're talking about small objects. Like, you just kind of paint it on. There's a chance of doing overkill, but I'd rather make sure it's glued than not, like having to go back and re-glue it. Do it once. That's it. Be done with it. USB C++, lol. Well, it's true. USB C. USB C. What do you call it? An USB port. It's on your computer. USB. So, Ash, were you streaming tonight? I know you've been streaming a lot lately. I like catching you. So sometimes, I mean, if I'm able to see you, I've been so jammed at work. So, like, I only have times like in the later afternoons, and then sometimes I'm running errands or doing work. But I like how Ash, she'll tweet out and thank people for rating. That's usually, I'm like, oh yeah, man, it's really kind of her to do. No, Friday and Saturday is my day off. Oh, you're lucky. I decided to not take a day off. Because it works. Because otherwise I'd be thinking, is today the day I need to stream? Oh yeah, I forgot. Oops. You love the Gorilla stuff, wood glue, super glue, and the duct tape. Yep. Although the duct tape I'm not as impressed with. I'm not as impressed with. There. for Gorilla. But like just this regular glue, we go through it. I glue enough, and I mean for 3D printing stuff, it's clean, it's simple, it's out of the way, it's ubiquitous. Super glue is a lifesaver. Drop my laptop, cracked the shell. Oh man, Ben XP. Oof, oofta. Yikes. What is my occupation? Asked Danomite. I occupy my seat. So my occupation is currently where I'm sitting, keeping it warm. Use your day as off to make graphics, catch up on emails, create content in other areas. Man, Ash said hi. You are busy. See, I don't make graphics. I try to catch up on email all the time, and I kind of stopped making a lot of content in other areas. I mean, I'm active on Twitter. I don't consider that making content. I have YouTube, but I don't pay too much attention to it, because quite honestly, the amount of attention I pay into it, how do I say this? The amount of attention I spend on YouTube is inversely proportional to the results. Meaning, it feels like YouTube's a waste of time for the way that I do content. TikTok's kind of a throwaway, so I play around with that, but my bandwidth is my mental bandwidth is so tapped in the recent weeks. I haven't had much, extra energy for it. But Danomite is asking occupation. I work for Intel, as disclosed on this page, and I'm currently my current role is product manager. I can't really tell you what it is that I'm doing specifically. All I will say is it's awesome. I'm not even supposed to. I don't even have to say that. I don't even have to say it's awesome. But I will say that, dude, if and when I'm able to tell you what it is that I'm doing, you'll be like, whoa, why didn't you tell us? Because I can't. That's why. But I will. My hope is to be able to bring it to a point where, or to help bring it to a point where I can talk about it with everybody. And then we could all just sit around and like go, wow. Trust me, you're going to freak out. Apart from me freaking out that this weapon is not wanting to stay in its holster. Well, maybe I can get it in there for Fennec Shand. D&D agreement? D&D? No, just more like, you mean NDA? Not really NDA, it's like, that's just the terms of my employment. Eric currently occupies an apartment. Well, that's a good thing. What are the coins you're making? These coins, Ash, are, they're maker coins of sorts. They call them maker coins. So let me see, which view am I on? Okay, so, this is my silhouette. Fix'em Dude, one of our mods, modeled this based upon an old logo. So that's my face with Darth Vader behind it on one side. And the other side is the Imperial insignia. If you had a 3D printer, you could print this yourself. If you don't, you may get lucky and I may hand it to you one day. So this is where you can download and print it if you were so inclined. Got my Fennec Shand. Fennec Shand! I'm worried about putting this in her hand because I have a feeling, yep, that's going to fall out. You like that figure? Fennec Shand? Oh, yeah. This is a new Black Series figure. Currently, the current wave. Hollywood N3D and I were just commiserating. He pre-ordered it as well as I do. The problem is like, with Star Wars anymore, you have to pre-order everything. Like, there's no such thing as, like, going into a store and finding it at this point. American Chris Hansen's 2 years older than me. You're 51? Wow. I'll catch up. Give me a few years. This year, I'm probably not going to do a 24-hour stream, but I kind of wonder. I almost want to challenge myself at 50 years old to do a 24-hour stream. But that's 2 years. That's next year. That would be next year. Next year is the big 50. Like 40, I thought I was old, but like 50, I'm like, okay, that is definitely old man territory. God dang, I'm trying to get this weapon. I'm not happy with how this weapon is coming out. Yeah, Eric Abernathy, in my estimation, YouTube, I think, is going to abandon sub counts as a metric because they're kind of pointless right now. I mean, they do work, but the problem is that it's all about channel optimization and video optimization. And if you don't nail it, like I could not, I feel that without a team, I'm not sure I could ever pull off a YouTube success again these days. Twitch I can handle. Twitch is great. I love Twitch. Twitch is more my jam. Subsector. Oh, don't tell me I'm babies. Bite my tongue. Oh, come on. So YouTube is just different. YouTube is just, it's radically different. It's a different game. And unless you've edited, and unless you've optimized, like on Twitch, I just show up and y'all show up and magic happens. Like we've made more magic tonight. I'll tell you this, we've made more magic in one night tonight than I will throughout the entire month on YouTube. Doing and effectively kind of potentially even doing the same thing. So it's interesting. That's how I feel. Neighbor makes train videos. 25 million video. Wow. 25 mil view vids. Wow. See, I never specialized. I was always all over the map. And now, like, even if I were to do a tech video, like people remember me from, I don't produce like so many of the tech video producers. Like, it's just never gonna get seen. It's just never in its genre. It's never gonna get seen. I'd have to figure out something incredibly unique about it to make it work as effectively. Oh man, I'm never gonna get this back in. Do I have my cereal pick? Not directly, but I will. Tomorrow. I'll pick it out tomorrow. That's usually when. 68 years young? Oh, I'll be there someday. Someday. One day. 50 isn't bad. Takes 3 years past 50 to feel what you think 50 feels like, and even then, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, you know, I it's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks. 50. Like that, I can't even. How do you even fathom 50? Comic Age, thank you for hanging. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. I probably should be heading out soon, too. Tomorrow I'll be back with cereal, more Star Wars stuff, more prints, more answering questions, more interacting with chat, more hanging out, more showcasing, more fun. You're having trouble fathoming 42, let alone 50? Oh, yeah, 42. You are a child. You are a babe. Nothing. I really want to try to fix this weapon, but I don't know how I can do it. It's just not going to want to go back in. I'm afraid I'm going to break it, but how am I going to do this? I don't know if it's ever going to pop back in. For the Fennec Shand. Not that accessories necessarily matter, but you're heading out too? No problem. Subsector 3D, thank you for hanging. Ever so briefly. Just keep trying new things. Keep challenging yourself. Coda 120, dude. I'm almost 50 and I'm just trying 3D printing for the first time. If he's a child, what am I? A newborn? 34? Oh, yeah, you are a newborn. 34. Ben XP is 28. 28! American Chris Hansen hates being 51 years old. I'm not going to say I hate it, but try to upload your little advice videos to YouTube Shorts. I did, Eric. I did very, very briefly, and it's just like, I don't think I have what it takes these days. I'm not sure I do, and I can admit that. I'm like, the game changed. My strength is more in live streaming. My strength has always been in live streaming. Always. That's always been the pinnacle of what it is that I do. Always. So it's the reason why Twitch works for me. And I'm okay, and I am okay with that. I am quite okay with that. I'm quite all right with that. We owe Astro Canuck a raid, though. As much as I'd like to raid Mighty Bean, and he's absolutely worth a raid, Astro Canuck we owe a raid to. Because he raided us once. So we owe him a raid. That's who we're going to raid tonight. I believe in returning. I do. You like the short advice videos? I post them. I still do. It's just they don't get seen, or they're on TikTok, or I've been so crazy busy that I'm like, I don't have the mental bandwidth to do it. Yeah, you should absolutely follow Mighty Bane. We're going to raid Astro Canuck tonight. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And may the force be with you always. Get those Perilla Raiders emotes ready. Get them going. Get them set. Because we're jumping over right now. The Astro Canuck. Astro Canuck. He's rated us. He loves science. He's currently doing Astro stuff. Like, you know, looking at pictures of the space things. Thank you, Ethan's dad, for 3D. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the support tonight. It was a great night. It was a fantastic night. Fantastic night. I love spending time with y'all. Commiserating, talking, chatting. Don't know what's on the slate for tomorrow apart from cereal and a Lego set. Cereal and a Lego set tomorrow. Okay? Cereal and a Lego set. So prepare for that. And then Sunday, some C64 action. That's what I'm promising now. Here we go. Tuscan rating. Astro Canuck. We're returning the favor. See everybody tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific. Will I? Will I see you? 6 p.m. Pacific. Here we go. Tuscan rating. And you take care too, Ash. Take care, everybody. Tuscan rating. An Astro guy. Science guy. Not Bill Nye. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's freak him out. He better not be rating somebody else. I'm going to be so mad. Hang on. Good night. Holy potatoes. He said holy. I love you too. Sorry. I was trying to pay attention to the Astro guy. Holy potatoes. That's funny.